very clear of the fact that he will be nabbed as soon as possible too, and he's now going ahead and confirming it as well. And the investigation agencies as well have gone on to intensify their investigation too, because from what we get to understand now, the Central Crime Branch sleuths have reached out to the BMTC department as well, and also Transport Minister Ramlinga Reddy has stated that his department will be giving in all the sort of logistical support which the Central Crime Branch needs, as well as the Home Department as well. And it is also now being confirmed by sources in the know of the investigation that this particular suspect had travelled by the 500 route, the buses which pass on the outer peripheral ring road as well, and he had taken a bus ticket in fact and had used only public transport, and he's not used private transport anywhere, and he's gone ahead and carried out this attack. The BMTC vigilance teams are now going ahead and collecting CCTV footages of where this particular suspect might have travelled to and from what is the bus stop that he would have travelled to, because some of the sources are indicating that he would have come to Kundalahalli via Marathalli on this particular bus too. Apart from which it is being stated that he has recce'd the spots in detail as well, because he was quite aware of all the blind spots which was present at the cafe, and even while he came in, he's almost evaded the majority of the CCTV cameras, apart from one particular CCTV camera where his face is being revealed, and that is partially as well because he tries to go on hide his face behind a tree too, at which point of time he's lowered the mask to have food, but he's not had his food, he's left it there, and at that point of time he's gone on to place this IED device out there in the posterior part of the cafe. And not only that, it is also being stated that this looks more or less like a lone wolf attack too, meaning to state that singly carry out attacks against people as well, and also to make sure that the damage is extensive. And these are some of the preliminary points that has been found out in the investigation. Now, if we can go ahead and corroborate on this, it will be a very less time that the National Investigation Agency will be taking over this particular case, because it has been over 20 hours since this particular attack has been carried out. And after the attack, now the Central Crime Branch has already stepped in, and from what we get to understand, the Chief Minister will also be going ahead and forming a special investigation team to look into this entire incident. And why is the case still not being handed over to the NIA and the IB is the sort of questions that is being posed by the Saffron Party in the state of Karnataka, because we know for a fact that B.Y. Vijayendra had gone on to allege that this is government's move to go on and make appease the minorities as well. So this is something that will have to be taken into consideration, and the FIR also clearly divulges information stating that this is an act of terror. They have gone on to mention on record that this is an act of terror, and also nuts and iron bolts and washers were also found. We have also accessed these images of timers, as well as those 12-volt batteries, internal relay circuits, as well as all those wires too, and this shows that they had planned this particular attack in the same way as to how the Shimoga trial blasts were conducted, and also the Bengaluru bomb blast too.
Right, Prajwal, thanks for getting us those crucial details. Stay with us. Another update that has just come in, that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has accused the BJP of politicizing the blast. Now, he has also emphasized the condemnation of terrorists and is urging against engaging in any political maneuvers. Now remember, BJP and ruling Congress have exchanged blows at one another over this incident. Let's listen in to what Siddaramaiah has to say.
ಬಾಂಬ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಆಗಲೂ ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನರು ಚೀಕಟ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ಈಗ ಮಂಗಳೂರು ಕುಕ್ಕರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆಗೇನು ಮಾಡಿದರು? ಹಾಗೂ ಶುಚೀಕರಣನ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಏನೋ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು.
Prajwal, I would like to come back to you. Of course, multiple BJP leaders have held the Congress government responsible for the blast, while Congress hit back, accusing BJP of politicizing this unfortunate incident, and we just heard Siddaramaiah say the same.
Absolutely, Guinea, because remember that it is not only the state president and the leader of opposition, but also we saw a late-night visit to the hospital by the governor of Karnataka, Thawar-Chand Gehlot. He did not comment on the incident, but only met the victims and left. But also joining him, and he was accompanied by Union Minister Prahlad Joshi. And Prahlad Joshi has condemned this entire incident, and he's also hit out at the ruling Congress government in the state of Karnataka, saying that this is the problem with the Congress, that whenever they come into power, they try to go ahead and appease one particular community, and this appeasement politics of the Congress is now not safe in the name of national interest, and this is something which will have to be questioned to them. He's also gone on to question that DK Shivkumar, the deputy chief minister now, who was the KPCC president at that point of time, and he made the statement during the Bengaluru cooker blast which took place in November in 2022, had stated that they are his brothers, they are his brothers as well, and they should not be going ahead and making such sort of allegations against his brothers too. So therefore, looking at all of this now, it is being understood that the appeasement politics is becoming one of the major reasons for this act, is what the BJP is going on to allege at this point of time. And not only that, every now and then we have seen that there has been a bit of lacunae, and the law and order has been on the edge ever since the Congress government has come into power. Even though this is a majority government, we have seen that several instances of law and order problems has happened, because in the last 1 week we have seen that there were alleged pro-Pak slogans which was chanted in the Vidhan Saudha. A Congress MLC goes on record on the floor of the House in the Council, senior leader BK Hariprasad, stating that Pakistan is not an enemy state, it is only a neighboring state, and he refuses to call it an enemy state. So all of these incidents are being now questioned by the BJP, and are saying that this government wants to go ahead and appease a certain section of the community, and this ahead of the Lok Sabha elections is only proving that they have vested interests as well. So all of this taking into consideration now, we will need to go ahead and look as to how the Congress will go on to counter it. From information we are getting in now, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will be shortly landing in at the HL airport, and first he will be visiting the victims who have been who have been admitted to a private hospital, and also he will be speaking to their relatives as well, because compensation is also now being sought by a few of the relatives of the victims. And after which we are learning that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will be arriving at the blast site where we are live from.
नमस्कार जानाई। सबसे पहले तो मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी के हमारे सभी टीम का आभार व्यक्त करता हूं, क्योंकि बीच में से आपके बीच से निकल करके आपके दर्शन करने का मुझे सौभाग्य मिला। इतनी बड़ी तादाद में आप हमें आशीर्वाद देने के लिए आए हैं, मैं आप सबका आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। मैं यहां सबसे पहले तो आप सब भाई बहनों की क्षमा चाहता हूं, क्योंकि मैदान बहुत छोटा पड़ गया और उसके कारण आप लोगों को बहुत दिक्कत हो रही है। लेकिन मेरी आपको प्रार्थना है, अब मैदान में जरा भी जगह नहीं है, कृपा करके आप आगे आने की कोशिश मत करिए। आप जहां हैं वहां रुकिए, अब आगे जगह नहीं बची है जी, आप वहीं रुकिए। आप आगे नहीं आ पाएंगे। आप इतनी बड़ी तादाद में आए, पूरा मैदान छोटा पड़ गया। ये आपका प्यार, आपके आशीर्वाद के लिए मैं आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूं। ये धरती भगवान श्री कृष्ण भक्ति के परम प्रचारक चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जन्मस्थली है। मैं चैतन्य महाप्रभु के चरणों में नमन करता हूं और ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने जो द्वारिका नगरी बसाई थी, जो समुद्र के अंदर डूब चुकी थी, मुझे अभी कुछ दिनों पहले समंदर की गहराई में जाकर के उस पुरातन श्री कृष्ण की भूमि को नमन करने का सौभाग्य मिला। साथियों, आप सभी ईश्वर तुल्य जनता जनार्दन, हमारी माताओं बहनों बेटियों को भी मेरा प्रणाम। आपका यहां इतनी बड़ी संख्या में आना ये साफ साफ संदेश दे रहा है, एक बार एनडीए सरकार 400 पार। साथियों, पश्चिम बंगाल में भी आज मेरा ये दूसरा दिन है। इन दिनों में पश्चिम बंगाल के विकास से जुड़े 22,000 करोड़ रुपए, 22,000 करोड़ रुपए से ज्यादा के प्रोजेक्ट आपको सौंपने का मुझे अवसर मिला है। ये सारे प्रोजेक्ट पश्चिम बंगाल की कनेक्टिविटी, बिजली, पेट्रोलियम के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को और पोर्ट के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को मजबूत करेंगे। इससे यहां ज्यादा से ज्यादा निवेश आएगा, नौजवानों के लिए अधिक से अधिक नौकरियां बनेगी, स्वरोजगार के अवसर भी बनेंगे, क्षेत्र का भी विकास होगा। लेकिन यहां जिस तरह टीएमसी की राज्य सरकार चल रही है, उसने बंगाल को निराश कर दिया है। पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ने बहुत उम्मीदों के साथ टीएमसी को बार बार इतना बड़ा जनादेश दिया है, लेकिन टीएमसी अत्याचार और विश्वासघात का दूसरा नाम बन गई है। टीएमसी के लिए बंगाल का विकास नहीं, बल्कि भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद ही प्राथमिकता है। टीएमसी माने विश्वासघात, अत्याचार, टीएमसी माने भ्रष्टाचार, परिवारवाद। टीएमसी बंगाल के लोगों को गरीब बनाए रखना चाहती है ताकि उसकी राजनीति चलती रहे, उसका खेल चलता रहे। साथियों, यहां की राज्य सरकार क्या काम कर रही है, इसका उदाहरण पश्चिम बंगाल का पहला एम्स है। मोदी ने पश्चिम बंगाल को पहला एम्स देने की गारंटी दी थी और मोदी की गारंटी मतलब गारंटी पूरा होने की गारंटी। आमार बांग्लार मानुष बुझलेन मोदीर गारंटी माने गारंटी पूर्ण होवार गारंटी। नादिया जिले के कल्याणी में बने इस एम्स का कुछ दिन पहले ही वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस के माध्यम से मैंने लोकार्पण किया है। लगभग 1000 बेड्स का ये आधुनिक अस्पताल बहुत सारी सुविधाएं लेकर आया है, रोजगार के अवसर लेकर आया है। लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार को कल्याणी एम्स के बन जाने से उसको दिक्कत है, उसको परेशानी है। वो कह रही है इसकी परमिशन क्यों नहीं ली। पूरे पश्चिम बंगाल में टीएमसी के तोलाबाजों को, भूमाफिया को, लूट की, गुंडागर्दी की खुली परमिशन। लेकिन इतने बड़े अस्पताल को लेकर टीएमसी सरकार पर्यावरण से जुड़ी परमिशन का अड़ंगा लगा रही है। कमीशन ना मिले तो टीएमसी सरकार हर तरह की परमिशन रोक देती है। पहले कमीशन फिर परमिशन। मैं आपको एक और उदाहरण देता हूं। भाजपा सरकार आयुष्मान योजना के तहत गरीबों को 5 लाख रुपए तक के मुफ्त इलाज की सुविधा देती है। लेकिन टीएमसी की सरकार गरीबों की इस योजना को भी यहां लागू नहीं होने दे रही।
Of the details that we have got regarding the list of the BJP candidates to be announced anytime now, I'm not going into individual names, but this is what I'm hearing. One, that there could be over 20 new faces in the first list itself. That's huge. Secondly, that over a dozen ministers, many of whom are presently in the Rajya Sabha or have been in the Rajya Sabha, will be asked to fight the Lok Sabha elections for the first time. And thirdly, that overall more than 40 to 50 sitting MPs will be replaced by the BJP. This means that in 2024, in these Lok Sabha elections, the BJP is going in for a shuffle ahead of the elections. This is in line with the periodic shuffle that the BJP has started to do in states as well. Unlike the Congress, the BJP shuffles its decks, shuffles its candidates, and shuffles those given government and political responsibility every few years. The BJP also brings in, periodically and with great thought, people with domain experience, even if they don't have a hardcore political experience, or they haven't been politicians from their 20s, and they bring them in after they've achieved in other aspects of public life, and they bring them into critical positions to strengthen the governance capacity of the government. Besides, this also ensures a great deal of freshness insofar as both the party and the government are concerned at the decision-making levels. Now, I'm asking you viewers tonight, is this not something to be appreciated? I know that there is a complete asymmetry which is not good for Indian politics. I know that there is an imbalance in Indian politics today, and I keep talking about it every day, but then it is neither Prime Minister Narendra Modi nor Amit Shah nor JP Nadda's job to invent and co-create an opposition. What is to be noted is something else. That despite this obvious asymmetry, despite the predominant position the BJP is in, the BJP is going in. I am very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किया है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आसाम में पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट। सबसे पहले देश में प्रयास हुआ था 1962 में, फिर 1980 में प्रयास हुआ, 1984 में प्रयास हुआ, 2005 में प्रयास हुआ, 2007 में प्रयास हुआ, 2011 में भी ट्राई किया। जब नीयत और नीति दोनों साफ होते हैं, स्पष्ट होते हैं, तो सक्सेस मिलती है। आज प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में संभव हो पाया कि भारत की पहली कॉमर्शियल सेमीकंडक्टर फैब आज अप्रूव हुई। बहुत जल्दी इसका भूमि पूजन होगा और जैसा आपने माइक्रॉन के केस में देखा था, विद इन 90 डेज एक्चुअल कंस्ट्रक्शन आरंभ हो गया जमीन पे, वैसा ही टारगेट लेके चलेंगे। 100 दिन के अंदर अंदर इस प्लांट का कंस्ट्रक्शन आरंभ करेंगे। साथियों, जो भारत का सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2021 15 दिसंबर को कैबिनेट में अप्रूव किया था, उसके तहत एक प्लांट माइक्रॉन का ऑलरेडी कंस्ट्रक्शन में है, एक ये फैब अप्रूव हुई, साथ ही साथ 2 और बहुत महत्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्ट्स आज अप्रूव हुए सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट के। हम सब जानते हैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट पे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो फोकस दिया अपने करीब 10 वर्ष के इस कार्यकाल में, 50 से अधिक बार नॉर्थ ईस्ट गए, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में कनेक्टिविटी की क्रांति लाए, ऑप्टिकल फाइबर हो, रेलवे हो, हाईवे हो, एयरपोर्ट्स हो, और आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किया है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आसाम में पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट। देश का तीसरा सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट, आसाम का पहला, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट।
बोलिए भारत माता की। मेरी बात मानोगे ना? पक्का मानोगे? इतने अच्छे लोग हैं बंगाल के, मैं उनको शत शत प्रणाम करता हूं दोस्तों। पूरे देश में बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ अभियान चला, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार ने यहां लागू नहीं होने दिया। महिला सुरक्षा को सशक्त करने के लिए पूरे देश में महिला हेल्पलाइन स्थापित की गई है, लेकिन टीएमसी सरकार इसे लेकर भी गंभीर नहीं है। बहनों को धुएं से मुक्ति दिलाने के लिए पूरे देश में 10 करोड़ मुफ्त उज्ज्वला गैस कनेक्शन दिए जा चुके हैं। गरीब परिवार की बहनों को केंद्र सरकार सस्ता सिलेंडर दे रही है। यहां पश्चिम बंगाल में भी इसके लिए 13 लाख एप्लीकेशन आई है, लेकिन इसके लिए हर जिले में जो उज्ज्वला कमेटी बनानी होती है वो तक टीएमसी सरकार नहीं बना रही है। ये चाहते हैं कि केंद्र की योजनाओं का लाभ किसे मिले, ये भी टीएमसी के तोलाबाज ही तय करेंगे। गरीब के घर की योजना को भी ये लोग तोलाबाजों के अधीन देना चाहते हैं। हर घर नल योजना में भी ये लोग तोलाबाजों का दखल चाहते हैं। आप सपने में भी नहीं सोच सकते, लेकिन यहां 25 लाख ये मेरे बंगाल के नौजवान ये आंकड़ा याद रखिए और घर घर जाके बताएंगे घर घर जाके बताएंगे। मनरेगा में 25 लाख फर्जी मनरेगा जॉब कार्ड बनाए गए। जो पैदा नहीं हुआ था उसका कार्ड बना दिया। जो पैसा गांव में गरीब मजदूर को मिलना चाहिए था उसको टीएमसी के तोलाबाजों ने लूट लिया। साथियों, टीएमसी की लगातार कोशिश है कि केंद्र सरकार की योजना पर अपना स्टिकर लगाएं और हर स्कीम को जरा देशवासी भी सुन लें। ये बंगाल की क्या पहचान बन गई है? यहां की टीएमसी ने बंगाल को कैसे बदनाम किया है? टीएमसी में किस प्रकार के कारनामे चल रहे हैं? आपको जानकर के चौंक जाएंगे। ये टीएमसी सरकार हर स्कीम को स्कैम में बदल देती है। स्कीम को स्कैम में बदलने में टीएमसी की मास्टरी है। भाजपा की केंद्र सरकार पश्चिम बंगाल के 6 करोड़ मेरे भाई बहनों को मुफ्त राशन दे रही है। आने वाले 5 वर्ष तक ये योजना चलती रहेगी। ये मोदी की गारंटी है। এটা মোদির গ্যারান্টি। এটা मोदी गारंटी। लेकिन इस योजना पर भी टीएमसी के लोग अपना स्टिकर लगाते हैं। ये लोग गरीबों का राशन लूटने से भी पीछे नहीं रह रहे। साथियों, आने वाले 5 वर्षों में भाजपा सरकार पूरे देश में निवेश और नौकरी के अनगिनत नए अवसर बनाने वाली है। ये समय पश्चिम बंगाल के लिए भी अभूतपूर्व बदलाव का है, लेकिन इसके लिए आपको शुरुआत इसी लोकसभा चुनाव से करनी होगी। करेंगे, करेंगे, करेंगे। बांग्लार विकास होवे तबे देशार विकास होवे। इसलिए इस बार 42 की 42 सीटों पर कमल खिलना चाहिए और देश में अब की बार जरूर होगा। एक बार एनडीए सरकार 400 पार। भाइयों बहनों, अब टीएमसी का मतलब ही बदल गया है। टीएमसी का मतलब है तू, मैं, करप्शन ही करप्शन। साथियों, आप सब मेरा एक काम करेंगे, पक्का करेंगे, सभी नौजवान करेंगे, पक्का वादा करने वाले हैं। देखिए, गांव-गांव में जाना होगा। अगले 100 दिन तक एक घर जाएंगे, 100 दिन तक लोगों को मिलते रहेंगे, मिलकर को ये बताएंगे, मैं जो कहूंगा वो उनको बताना। मोदी जी आए थे, मोदी जी ने आपको प्रणाम भेजा है, कह देंगे, मेरा प्रणाम पहुंचा देंगे, पक्का पहुंचा देंगे। मेरे साथ बोलिए, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की। मैं फिर एक बार, जगह कम पड़ने के कारण आपको जो दिक्कत हुई है, संख्या बहुत बड़ी आई है, आप आगे आने की कोशिश भी कर रहे हैं, लेकिन बहुत ही मुश्किल हो गया आप लोगों को। इसलिए जो आपको दिक्कत हुई है, मैं आपका सेवक हूं, आपके सेवक के नाते मैं फिर एक बार आपकी क्षमा मांगता हूं। मेरे साथ बोलिए, भारत माता की, भारत माता की, भारत माता की। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। असंख्य धन्यवाद।
All right, viewers, so we just heard in the Prime Minister there in West Bengal, where he was addressing another one of the public rallies. This is the day 2 of the Prime Minister there in West Bengal. He's once again, in fact, unveiled several developmental projects and dedicated them to the rest of the world, to the people of West Bengal as well, and thousands of crores of projects that the Prime Minister has, in fact, unveiled even yesterday and today as well. And moving on to some news in brief, Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is expected to visit the Rameswaram cafe blast site in Bengaluru later today. This comes amid an ongoing investigation in the IED blast that happened in the popular Bengaluru eatery yesterday afternoon. FSL and the bomb squad teams reached the explosion site this morning to further investigate the matter. Cricketer turned politician Gautam Gambhir took to social media platform X to inform that he has requested the BJP President JP Nadda to relieve him of his political duties so that he can focus on his upcoming cricket commitments, and this comes amid the reports that BJP can announce the first list of the Lok Sabha candidates soon. First batch of the paramilitary forces arrived in the Polytechnic College in Siliguri ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. The paramilitary forces in West Bengal is a part of the centre's bid to conduct the parliamentary elections in a free and fair manner without any violence. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel reached Ayodhya along with his cabinet colleagues to seek the blessings of Lord Ram at the newly constructed Ram Temple. This is the Gujarat Minister's first visit to the holy city since the consecration ceremony of Ram Janmabhoomi Temple. MMK party president and MLA Jawahirullah reached DMK HQ to hold discussions on an alliance with the DMK ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. This comes after the MMK passed a resolution to contest Lok Sabha polls in an alliance with the DMK in its general body meeting last month. North India witnesses a fresh bout of unexpected rain as light to moderate intensity rain lashes parts of Delhi and National Capital Region. And the IMD forecast suggests an intense spell of rainfall over the western Himalayan region and over plains of the northwest India till March 3rd. And now cutting across back-to-back breaking updates as far as the Rameswaram cafe blast in Bengaluru is concerned. The Delhi police in fact has heightened the security measures, directing the district police chiefs to increase the vigil in the crowded areas, particularly Delhi's markets as well. Now the market associations have also urged to stay alert, report any suspicious activity and ensure the functionality of the CCTV footages, the cameras, while Delhi Police bomb disposal squads and detection teams remain on high alert. So we are seeing repercussions across the country as far as the investigation into the Rameswaram cafe blast is concerned. We are looking at security that has also been heightened. We also have Piyush Shori joining us on the broadcast. Piyush, tell us more about the Delhi police heightening the security and also the market areas that have also been asked to practice precaution in the backdrop of the Rameswaram cafe blast case.
So yes, Priyanka, following the low-intensity IED blast which has occurred at Rameswaram Cafe in Bengaluru, over here in Delhi also, the security has been heightened, and the most important parts which the Delhi police has asked the market association is to concentrate on the crowded markets. Now, it is important to remember that in 2005 and in 2008 also, there were a lot of low-intensity blasts and even high-intensity blasts which had occurred in Delhi markets, especially that of Barakhamba Road, Greater Kailash Market, and also Sarojini Nagar Market. So thereby, it becomes very important that following this low-intensity blast which has occurred in Bengaluru, the Delhi police also begins to heighten security measures. So following a very high-profile meeting which has occurred in Delhi police, taking into consideration of the low-intensity blast which has occurred in Bengaluru, the investigation of which is still being carried on. Now, the Delhi police has asked all the market association members over here in Delhi, especially the crowded association members, to keep a vigil and make sure that at least all their CCTV cameras are functional and operational. Lastly, I would also like to say it becomes very important to make sure that the security measures in Delhi and rest of the metros are also kept in place, because now we also expect that the election dates, the Lok Sabha election dates, can be announced anytime. So thereby, it becomes even more important to keep the security measures at place. Back to you in the studio.
Well, that's right, Piyush. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing those details as far as the repercussions of the Rameswaram cafe blast is concerned across the country where security is being heightened. But viewers, we're back-to-back getting some more updates as far as the blast in Bengaluru is concerned, where the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah we are now seeing is paying a visit to the hospital where he has met with the blast victims. And this is of course also very crucial because there is a review meeting that is all set to take place at around 1 p.m. is what the timeline was. And now we are looking at, in fact, these visuals of the Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who is paying the visit to the hospital, meeting with the blast victims as well. Let me bring in Prajwal in this conversation on the broadcast. Prajwal, please speak to us a little bit more about the Chief Minister's visit there. We are looking at him also meeting with the people who have survived the blast, who have sustained several injuries in this blast as well. What can be expected in that crucial review meeting that is all set to take place at 1 p.m? Walk us through the visuals that we're getting on our screens.
Okay, first and foremost, now Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has arrived at this private hospital in Brookfield, and shortly he will also be arriving here at the blast spot from where I am reporting live from. Secondly, he landed at the HAL airport as well on a private aircraft, and as soon as he landed, he visited the victims. He's also spoken to the doctor over there about the medical condition of all these victims who have been admitted. The number given by the cops is 10, the number given by the Karnataka government, by the Chief Minister, is 9. He's monitored all their medical, he's monitored their medical condition. It is also expected that the Chief Minister will state that the Karnataka government will be overseeing all their medical expenses as well, and he's also assured the relatives of all these victims that the government of Karnataka will be taking care of the medical expenses too. Apart from which, the all crucial review meeting here, Priyanka, which is expected to start off at 1 p.m, which will have the Home Department officials, which will have the Chief Secretary as well, the Home Department Secretary too, along with Home Minister Dr. G. Parmeshwara and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar will also be present here. The possibilities are high that there will be a special investigation team which will be formed as well, because now we get to understand that there are 7 to 8 teams which are already investigating this particular incident. Whether the central agencies will be roped in or not is one of the biggest questions, because now we have seen that the NIA had gone on to investigate the Shimoga trial blast case as well as the Bengaluru bomb blast case as well. Now we are seeing a lot of similarities in terms of the explosive device which has been used over here, which also has similar make to. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar on record has stated that there is a connection between the Bengaluru bomb blast case and the Bengaluru blast case in a private cafe as well. So all of this is being taken into consideration. Apart from that, the BMTC's vigilance officials are also going through the CCTV footage on where this particular person, the suspected bomber, has gone ahead and boarded the bus. He's gone on to board bus number 500 is what we get to understand, which usually operates between Hebbal to the central silk board too. So all of these crucial details coming in. So all of this will be discussed in the meeting. It is also likely that the Transport Minister Ramlinga Reddy might also be here. Apart from this, now we are looking that the cops, the cops have cleared the traffic completely for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah to arrive in, and his convoy might be arriving at any point of time now. So they have cleared the traffic completely, and they are clearing away the barricades as well, so that the Chief Minister's convoy enters directly to the site where this bomb blast had taken place in Kundalahalli on the ITPL main road too. So all the cops on alert now, and shortly from now we will be seeing that the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah, will be arriving here at the blast site, and he will be briefed about what has exactly happened, and he will be getting a first-hand perspective from the blast site, where senior officials will also be going ahead and briefing him about what had happened over here in the cafe, and what happened moments before it and after that, and how were the victims, and all of them are rushed into. So you are looking that the police are going on and clearing the traffic completely. It's been cleared away completely now, asking the people to move away, and they have cleared the roads too. So even as we stay on these visuals, shortly we are expecting the Chief Minister to come in, and that all-important review meeting which everybody is looking at. So the big question would be whether Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will hand this over to the central agencies, or whether a special investigation team will be formed, and the Central Crime Branch will go ahead and continue to investigate this particular blast. Priyanka, back to you in the studios as we continue to remain live with these visuals.
And stay with us, Prajwal, because we are picking up several reactions in the run-up to that very important review meeting that is all set to take place at about 1 p.m. In fact, let's listen in, Prajwal and viewers, to Basavaraj Bommai also, who has reacted on this blast that has taken place yesterday at the Rameswaram cafe.
In Bengaluru, see, from the day one, this government has failed in maintaining law and order. There are so many incidents have happened. Anti-national governments elements are getting lot of support by the leaders of the ruling party, and the morale of the police is very low. There is a huge corruption in police transfers. This has led to inefficient people coming in important places. Therefore, all the Gunda elements, anti-social elements are now roaming in daylight. And now they have got the guts to put a bomb in Bangalore city. It's a very serious matter, and it is linked to terrorist elements. And there are some sleeper cells in Bangalore also. During our time, we had detected 15 sleeper cells and put them behind the bars. None of those actions have been done. And appeasement politics by this government has led to all this. It's a total failure on the part of Siddaramaiah government to maintain law and order, and therefore the encouragement to all these kind of elements. So this should be this case should be handled by NIA, number one. Number two, if it is not done, then the government should quit.
So that was Basavaraj Bommai really speaking about the blast and the investigation into it thereafter. But Prajwal, once again, we are looking at the war of words as well that has broken out over this entire blast. We had seen that the entire government machinery took some time to actually call a spade and call it in fact a terrorist attack. And now Basavaraj Bommai is reiterating that fact and stating that this is a government machinery failure as well. Speak to us a little bit more about the kind of statements and statements that are being made by politicians and also the investigation being carried out parallelly.
First and foremost, let's play them according to a timeline as well here, Priyanka, because what we know for a fact is that it initially started with the Deputy Chief Minister making a comment stating that this blast might have taken place over business rivalry, at which point of time BJP MP Tejasvi Surya countered the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, DK Shivkumar, and said that the government is trying to downplay this particular incident by calling this a business rivalry, but it is a blast. And this has been confirmed to me by the owner Nagraj itself, and this clearly shows that this government is trying to go ahead and appease. It's trying to go ahead and appease certain sections of the community as well. Apart from which, there was later a statement and a press conference which was made, which was held in the BJP state headquarters by B.Y. Vijayendra and the leader of opposition R. Ashoka. They called this an absolute act of terror. Priyanka, now we are getting to understand that the Chief Minister is here. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is coming in. His convoy, his pilots are moving in already now. So the Chief Minister will be arriving here shortly, any moment at the blast site as well, as the cops are going ahead and clearing out this entire road too. So we are seeing that the Chief Minister is finally here at the blast site. Senior police officials are also present, are also present at the spot too. So Chief Minister Siddaramaiah now moving in. He's finally arrived here at the blast site. He's arrived here at the blast site with all his convoy and additional security is also being brought in. So this is where it is coming now to, because there was a lot of politics. Many of them questioned where Chief Minister Siddaramaiah was and why he had taken a lot of time to come to the blast site. But almost after 24 hours after this incident has occurred, finally now the Chief Minister of Karnataka is coming in here. We are seeing that senior police officials are also present at the spot as well, where Chief Minister Siddaramaiah will be briefed in. We are also getting to understand that there are teams from the FSL as well, and also senior CCB officials too who are present. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah now arrives at the blast site. He's also being accompanied by his political secretary and yet another minister too. So his convoy moves in. His convoy moves in to the blast site as we stay on with these visuals and pictures, and he will be received in by the DCP of the division, Mr. Shivakumar as well, and all the senior officials, all the senior officials coming in and rushing there, and he will be briefed now shortly by these officials about the timeline of the entire events too. He is now exactly at the site where the blast had taken place, and he will be taken through the cafe too. So these are visuals that you are getting in where he is now being escorted by the senior police officials from the Karnataka State's Law and Order Department there, and going on and briefing him about the entire situation. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah entering inside the cafe now. He's being briefed by the Commissioner of Police for the city, Mr. Dayanand, and his political secretary is also accompanying him, and he's entered the cafe now. We will also just go on and shift to the other side. We'll shift to the other side of the cafe to go ahead and get you a clear view of these visuals as well, Priyanka. So even as my video journalist is going ahead and getting these visuals, you can see from this angle that the Chief Minister has entered the cafe, and he is being taken inside at the place where the blast had ripped apart the cafe. So senior police officials are going on and showing him around the entire place from where it was. From what we get to understand now, I think even the owner of the cafe is also present. The owner of the cafe seems to be present there. We are seeing that. So this is confirmation that the owner is also present at this point of time, along with Chief Minister Siddaramaiah too, because remember that there was an FIR which was lodged, which clearly went ahead and showed the fact, calling this an act of terror. And not only that, they stated that this is a pre-planned conspiracy which had been hatched to go ahead and cause damage as well. So this is, these are the officials. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also taking a look at the sort of damage which has been caused because of the blast. He's taking a look at the ceiling as well, because a part of the ceiling had given in too due to the intensity of the blast as well. So all said and done now, senior officials going on to state this. And meanwhile, Chief Minister stated that there should be no sort of politics over this particular bomb blast, because he stated that they will be going on and apprehending the victims, and I beg your pardon, they will be apprehending the suspects and the culprits who are responsible for this. And he also said that now the photo and the image of the suspect is clearly seen as well in the screen grabs, and his movements are also being monitored on the CCTVs too. And irrespective of communities or any sort of religion, they will be taken into custody for the crimes that they have gone on to commit. And therefore, he's asked the BJP also to cooperate and not politicize this entire event, Priyanka. So we are staying with these visuals. We are seeing that the Chief Minister is being briefed here, even as my video journalist is getting you these visuals of the Chief Minister right there being briefed by the senior officials. So he's standing exactly at the spot where the blast had taken place. So that is the very shelf which he's looking at, which has now been completely dismantled due to the blast, where this suspicious bag was placed, which had an improvised explosive device too. And in fact, it was Chief Minister Siddaramaiah who did go on and first confirm to the media that it was in fact an IED blast. He himself had confirmed that this was an IED blast, and this was done with a malicious intention to go on and cause harm. Now FIRs have also been registered under sections 120B criminal conspiracy, under sections 324 UAPA Explosive Substances Act, and also 120B as well. So all said and done now, finally the Chief Minister has come to this spot after 23 hours after this particular incident was reported, and since it came in, now he's in fact coming to the level 1 of the cafe, where he's looking that due to the intensity of the blast, there were victims who had suffered injuries over here who were walking by as well, and that is the point of time when the ceiling had collapsed. If you look at it, there is the ceiling has partially given in as well with those hanging ceiling lights too. So he's taking a look at it too. So this shows that he's already spoken to the victims. He's trying to understand what exactly has happened, and he's being given a narrative, a first person's perspective of what exactly had happened. And from what we get to understand, there is also the complainant Rajiv, who was the manager of the cafe, who was the first primary eyewitness. Look at these visuals now. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah coming out to the posterior part. He's coming to the front of the cafe there and asking, he's going ahead and asking the senior officials as to what exactly happened and from where did the people go on to exit here. So that is the Chief Minister, where you are clearly being, where he's clearly being seen out there. We are also seeing, that the senior officials are also accompanying him as well, and he's questioning them. He's asking them what exactly has happened and taking in all these details from the cops too. And the cops are showing in about the intensity of the blast too, and also how the glass panes had also completely shattered. And this provides, the cops are trying to go ahead and provide a clear picture to the Chief Minister, explaining him, briefing him about the entire incident too, as he is looking on from the front of the cafe as well. And this clearly suggests how serious he is about it. And he had gone ahead and stated that this should not be politicized, action will be taken as well. And he's listening to all these officials, including the DCP, who also was rushed to the spot after the fire and emergency tenders came in. We're also looking at his political secretary, Mr. Govindraju, there, trying to speak to him about the sort of developments which had happened, as he was not in Bengaluru. He was going ahead and inaugurating several developmental projects in Hassan as well as in Mysuru. So he is coming here finally, and now shortly he will also be leaving he will shortly be going in for the review meeting as well. So we are expecting that the Chief Minister will be addressing the media now, as everybody has been waiting for him to arrive in Bengaluru and go on and brief about what has been the investigation process so far. Priyanka, back to you in the studios as we stay live with these visuals.
Stay with us, Prajwal, and if you could speak to us a little bit about the investigation so far as well, because of course we are looking at the visuals of Siddaramaiah visiting the entire hospital, meeting with the victims, meeting with the eyewitnesses as well, taking stock of the entire situation. And we have seen a lot of rapid developments as far as the agencies also getting involved in this entire investigation is concerned. We saw the FSL taking samples to determine further the cause of this entire blast, and post that we have also
Priyanka,
seen that the bomb disposal squad
Okay.
Yes, Prajwal, please go on.
Yes, sure. Priyanka, we get to understand that there is also some sort of reaction coming in from Chief Minister Siddaramaiah earlier, who had visited the hospital. But just staying on these live visuals there, because he's still going on and speaking to these officials out here. He's unlikely to stay here and make any sort of statement, because he's already again spoken to the media, is what we get to understand at the hospital. So therefore, he will be moving in. He will be directly heading to this all-important meet which will be held with the Home Department as well as the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, moving away now to go ahead and get better visuals, so that we get to understand now that the Chief Minister is also exiting at this point of time, as everybody are waiting in. Now these visuals, these visuals will show clearly that Chief Minister will be leaving now. The Chief Minister will be leaving now, as well as the traffic is again being cleared and stopped completely. His pilot moving away from, his pilot vehicle is also moving away. We're looking whether the Chief Minister will speak here and will he respond is something that we need to ask. But he is not. He's leaving. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has left from the blast site. He's heading directly to that all-important meeting at 1 p.m. which will be held with the Home Department. And it is now being said from sources in the know of the development that a special investigation team will also be formed to go ahead and probe this particular attack. Priyanka.
Of course, Prajwal, a lot of important developments as far as that review meeting is also concerned with the entire Home Department, as you have also been pointing out to us how 1 p.m. is the time where in fact that very crucial review meeting is all set to take place, and of course there will be a lot of discussion as far as the investigation into this entire matter is concerned. We just saw Siddaramaiah also take stock of the entire situation, take a visit of the entire hospital, meet with the eyewitnesses and meet with the victims of this.
Brookfield Hospital, and 6 are in the Vaidehi Hospital. I am also going there. I will go in there. The patients who are here in this hospital, they are recovering and they are responding very well to the treatment. I told the doctors I told the doctor the government will bear the entire expenses.
All right. Thank you, sir. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Nice.
Thank you. All right, so we have just heard in Siddaramaiah also speak about how the investigation is going to be carried out in this entire matter and how Siddaramaiah in fact is also going to be chairing this very important review meeting at 1 p.m. We just saw those visuals as well, viewers, of Siddaramaiah going inside of the hospital, meeting with the victims and the eyewitnesses as well. To recap, we have been seeing since yesterday afternoon, since the blast in fact had taken place in the Whitefield area at the Rameswaram cafe, the rapid developments that have also come to light with respect to the CCTV grabs as well of the accused who had been carrying a suspicious package inside of the cafe and reportedly had tried to order food but did not eat and left the explosives and the bag of explosives at the Rameswaram cafe as well. Once again, let me bring in Prajwal, who is tracking each and every movement and development of this entire investigation for us. Prajwal, once again, if you could walk our viewers through the details of the review meeting that is all set to take place. We just saw the visuals of Siddaramaiah inside of the hospital. He met with the victims, he took stock of the entire situation and now is on his way to carry out that review meeting. What really can be expected as an update that will be given to Siddaramaiah from the investigating authorities as well, since we now have some hours that have passed in this entire blast that had taken place and the accused grab that has also been recovered as a part of the CCTV footage? Are there any other co-conspirators as well that are coming to light in this investigation? Updates that you can share with our viewers as they will be given to Siddaramaiah as well in the review meeting.
Priyanka, first and foremost, just the talking points of what the Chief Minister has said. One important thing, and it's also good news, that the victims are coping to the treatment as well, and all the medical expenses will be borne by the state government in itself. So he's made it very clear there. So some of the patients, what we get to understand from the background was that they were from economically weaker sections as well, and this could have been a challenge for them to go on and give the treatment. But now Chief Minister has assured that the government will take stock of the situation. Moreover, we are also going on and looking at this all-important review meeting which will be held at 1 p.m. Why is this review meeting so important? Because there is a lot of politics surrounding what Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had stated initially and later when he himself confirmed that this is an IED blast. But his deputy goes on to counter him, stating that this is a business rivalry, and this became a talking point and a mode of debate for the opposition party in the state of Karnataka, where the BJP alleged that there was appeasement politics being done by a section of the Congress party, and ever since the Congress party has the Congress has come to power in the state of Karnataka, there has always been law and order issues, and some of them also threaten the interests of the nation's security as well. So therefore, looking at all of this, as soon as that happened, as the BJP countered it, we saw the Karnataka DG Alok Mohan coming out in the open stating that the central agencies are being kept in the loop. The NIA, the IB, as well as the NSG, all of these investigation agencies are being kept in the loop about the sort of developments that had happened. And later in the evening, there was also the UAPA case which was lodged as well. Meaning to tell, is this a hint stating that now, as the UAPA has already been registered, the NIA can go on and take suo motu cognizance of this case and can step into, and to go on and give proof to that. Early this morning, we also saw the National Security Guards, that is the NSG, coming in over here along with their bomb disposal and detection team as well, and trying to take a stock of the entire situation too. So all said and done, the BJP is stating that they want an NIA investigation into this particular issue because it is an act of terror. Now, there has been crucial findings in the FIR. First and foremost, it has been called as an act of terror. Secondly, it also states that whoever has gone on to do this was pre-planned and this was a hatched conspiracy to go on and murder people. They have used the word murder in that particular FIR which has been recorded. Thirdly, they have also gone on to speak about the sort of device that has been used for the blast, including the iron bolts, the nuts, as well as the washers too, and stated that this was done with an intent to cause harm and also murder innocent civilians. So these are the exact words that has been used in the FIR by the police. Thirdly, they are also going ahead and conducting a deep down investigation into the materials that has been seized at this private cafe in Bangalore, where a 12-volt battery, an internal relay circuit, a timer, as well as nuts and bolts, which was basically being used as shrapnel, has also been recovered from the blast site. Now, the cops are also going on and drawing comparisons and parallels between what had happened in the Bengaluru bomb blast case, the Shimoga trial blast case, and the latest being the Bengaluru bomb blast case too. And also officials who had gone on to investigate the Bengaluru bomb blast case, at which point of time the DCP was Shashi Kumar, and in fact the then ADGP of Law and Order, Mr. Alok Kumar, was also there, and also there were several officials from Shimoga who had gone on to investigate the trial blast. So the help of all these officials is being taken in, and also 8 teams have been formed by the Karnataka state government. But despite all this, will the central agencies be roped in? Because somewhere the Karnataka government goes ahead and exudes that confidence, stating that they will be able to crack the case. And also DK Shivkumar mentioned last evening that they will be nabbing a suspect in a few hours as well. And from what we get to understand, they have nabbed a person. His role is still not known. Sources are confirming this, that they have nabbed him, they have investigated him, and they're also looking at it whether this is a lone wolf attack, meaning to state that a single man has carried this out, or whether there has been multiple people connected with this bomb blast incident as well. Back to you, Priyanka.
Well, that's right. Prajwal, you're breaking down some very important details of the investigation, and of course there are going to be rapid developments as far as that review meeting is also concerned, and the investigation thereafter also being conducted in the blast. Of course, we will keep coming back to you, Prajwal. Stay on with us as we once again listen into what Siddaramaiah had to say after meeting with the victims in the hospital.
Government will bear all the treatment charges to all the patients. About 10 people are injured. 10 people are injured. They are all in different hospitals. 3 are here in the Brookfield Hospital, and 6 are in the Vaidehi Hospital. I am also going there. I will go in there. The patients who are here in this hospital, they are recovering and they are responding very well to the treatment. I told the doctors.
All right, time now, viewers, for some news in brief. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is expected to visit the Rameswaram cafe blast site in Bengaluru, and this is amid the ongoing investigation in the IED blast that has happened at the popular Bengaluru eatery yesterday afternoon. FSL and the bomb squad had reached the explosion site this morning to further investigate into the matter. Cricketer turned politician Gautam Gambhir took to social media platform X to inform that he has requested the BJP President JP Nadda to relieve him from his political duties so that he can focus on the upcoming cricket commitments. This comes amid the reports that BJP can announce the first list of Lok Sabha candidates soon. First batch of the paramilitary forces arrived at the Polytechnic College in Siliguri ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. The paramilitary forces in West Bengal is a part of Centre's bid to conduct the parliamentary elections in a free and fair manner without any violence. And the Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel has reached Ayodhya along with his cabinet colleagues to seek the blessings of Lord Ram at the newly constructed Ram Temple. This is the Gujarat minister's first visit to the holy city since the consecration ceremony of Ram Janmabhoomi Temple. MMK party president and MLA Jawahirullah reached the DMK headquarters to hold discussions on an alliance with the DMK ahead of the Lok Sabha elections. This comes after the MMK passed a resolution to contest the Lok Sabha polls in an alliance with the DMK at its general body meeting last month. North India witnesses a fresh bout of unexpected rain as light
to moderate intensity rain lashes parts of Delhi and the national capital region. The IMD forecast suggests that an intense spell of rainfall over the western Himalayan region and over the plains of northwest India till March 3rd. And slipping into a very short break here now, viewers, getting you updates on the other side of BJP likely to announce the first list of the Lok Sabha candidates. Top sources say focus will be on the star candidates and the weak seats. Congress all set to launch its poll campaign next week. Party manifesto committee meeting scheduled for March 4th.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education, whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
A very popular cafe in Bengaluru, Rameswaram cafe in Bengaluru, saw what I believe looks like a very, very worrying attack this morning. It was an improvised explosive device. Looks like a terrorist attack. In any case, anybody who uses terror is a terrorist. So to try and qualify it that it is not a terrorist attack, to try and say that there's some element of personal rivalry, anybody can qualify anything and then say, okay, the person who carried out the attack is not a member of a proscribed terrorist organization and hence this is not a terrorist attack. Those are qualifiers, ladies and gentlemen. The fact of the matter is, this is the CCTV of that attack. There are 9 such videos that Republic Kannada has. This is not a gas cylinder blast. There were nuts and bolts and batteries. And it is strongly emerging now that this blast, in which 10 people were injured at the Rameswaram cafe in Bengaluru, was an IED blast. Viewers, now the NIA will do its investigation. But what I find astonishing is the trepidation and the utter refusal almost by the Congress government to call this a terrorist attack or even a terror attack. They want to avoid using the word. Why? Was the person who carried out this attack not trying to terrorize the people, not trying to kill people? Ladies and gentlemen, after Republic Kannada broke the scale of the evidence on the ground, the fact that there was a suspect who brought a bag to the cafe right before the explosion, despite all of it, the Congress government instead tried to spin some sort of personal rivalry angle. The Deputy Chief Minister qualified that he was gathering the details, but threw in the possibility that there's a business rivalry here. Viewers, just look at the visuals of this. Frame by frame, this cafe has been ripped through. Does this look like a bad fight between individuals, or does it have a deep imprint of a nefarious plot? The time of the attack, as per the CCTV, was right at the peak of the lunch hour. The location, at a hub of IT professionals. The chosen weekday. Whoever has carried out this attack has looked at all these 3 factors and tried to ensure maximum damage and panic and terror. So beyond the playing down of this terrorist attack, my grouse equally is that it comes right after the Pakistan Zindabad slogans allegedly by the Congress supporters and the playing down of even that by the party. Whatever the investigation may be, you don't need to play down an act of terror. And a day after the Congress government of branding Pakistan as a neighbor and not an enemy, my only question is, this soft velvet glove free pass approach is not good. And I genuinely believe that any such attack without qualifiers is aimed at terrorizing the people. So trying to dwarf...
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education, whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
one of the biggest fire events in Texas history, with more than 1 million acres of Texas land burned. From the start, I directed my team to do everything possible to help protect the people in the communities threatened by these fires. I'd like to say a few words about the devastating wildfires that are scorching Texas Panhandle and northwest Oklahoma. Yesterday, one of the biggest fire events in Texas history, with more than 1 million acres of Texas land burned. From the start, I directed my team to do everything possible to help protect the people in the communities threatened by these fires. In response to specific requests made from the state, we already have more than 500 federal personnel here working on fire suppression. That includes the deployment of 100 federal firefighters and more on the way, as well as dozens of additional fire engines, air tankers, small planes, helicopters to help fight the flames. And FEMA has already guaranteed that Texas and Oklahoma will be reimbursed for the cost of keeping folks safe. And we're grateful for the brave first responders risking their lives to save others. And we urge folks to listen to the warnings from the local officials, listen to them.
हमारा जो काम है वो आप लोगों के लिए ही है और आप लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए ही है और आपकी सुविधा के लिए ही है। अगर हमारी फसल नहीं कटेगी तो हम सामने वाले के भी नहीं कटने देंगे। अगर आप सोचते हैं कि आगे लगाएंगे हो सकता है कि हालात ख़राब हों कि फसल फिर काट पाएँ नहीं काट पाएँ, तो उसके लिए हम यकीन दिलाते हैं ऐसी सिचुएशन हम नहीं आने देंगे। अगर हमारी फसल नहीं कटेगी तो हम सामने वाले के भी नहीं कटने देंगे। तो निश्चिंत होकर काम करें। बीएसएफ आपके लिए पूरा सहयोग करने के लिए तैयार है। जहाँ तक आपने बताया बंद बनने के लिए, और उसके लिए जो प्रपोजल है ऑलरेडी गृह मंत्रालय ने उसको अप्रूव कर दिया है उसके लिए जैसे जैसे फंड्स आते हैं उसी प्रकार से वो आपके बनता जाएगा। तो मेरी उम्मीद है कि अगले 4-5 साल में हमारा पूरा बॉर्डर ऐसा होगा जिसके ऊपर बंद बना हुआ होगा और उसके पीछे आराम से आप अपने खेतों में काम कर पाएंगे। अगर कोई फायरिंग वगैरह होती भी है तो किसान जो खेत में काम कर रहे हैं उनके ऊपर सीधा असर उसका नहीं पड़ेगा और अपना छुपाव या आड़ लेने का मौका आराम से मिलेगा। और आपके खेतों के आसपास भी कुछ ऐसे हम सोच रहे हैं कि कुछ ऐसे बंकर बनाए जाएं कि अगर दिन में कुछ गड़बड़ हो तो इंसान उसके अंदर जो है शेल्टर ले ले और रात को हम पीछे उसमें ड्यूटी कर लें। तो दोनों का मिला जुला काम ऐसा हो सकता है। कुछ आपके पॉइंट्स बताए गए थे जो माइक से, तो मैं आपको ये यकीन दिलाना चाहता हूँ कि हमारा जो काम है वो आप लोगों के लिए ही है और आप लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए ही है और आपकी सुविधा के लिए ही है। कुछ नियम कायदे कानून होते हैं जो हमें ऑब्जर्व करने पड़ते हैं, क्योंकि बीएसएफ सिर्फ यहीं डिप्लॉयड नहीं है। बीएसएफ पंजाब में भी है, राजस्थान में भी है, गुजरात में भी है, बंगाल में भी है, असम में है, मेघालय में भी है, त्रिपुरा में भी है, मिजोरम में भी है। सब बॉर्डर पे है और सब बॉर्डर पे फेंस लगी हुई है और फेंस के आगे जाने का और पीछे आने का एक तरीका होता है। उसके लिए कुछ नियम बने हुए हैं, उसका पालन हमें भी करना होता है, वो आपको भी करना होता है, क्योंकि बिना नियम कायदे कानून के तो कोई काम हमारा चलता नहीं है। दूसरा ये है कि मैं चाहूँगा कि आप सभी लोग आगे जो ज़मीन है फेंस के उसमें खेती करें। बीएसएफ आपको पूरा सहयोग देगी और लेकिन कुछ नियम कायदे कानून होते हैं फेंस के आगे जाने के पीछे आने के, उसका पालन।
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to proudly share with you that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has agreed to be the chief guest to deliver the chief keynote address at the annual summit of the Republic Media Network, which is scheduled for the 7th of March. The Prime Minister's presence is the highlight of this year's event, as always, which is on the theme, Bharat, the next decade. We are truly grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also extremely happy to share with you that the Honorable Home Minister of India, Shri Amit Shah, and the Honorable Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Siddaramaiah, will also be keynote speakers at the Republic Media Network's annual summit on the 7th of March. Over the next few days, I will be sharing with you the names of some of our other speakers and how you can be a part of the event as well. The Republic Media Network's annual summit, our marquee event, is on the 7th of March, and our chief guest is the Prime Minister of India.
welcome. You're watching Live and Breaking with me, Ginny Narula. Now, news just coming in that on the meeting with Congress leader Vikramaditya Singh, disqualified MLA Rajendra Rana said that the way this state's government Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has disrespected the supporters and family members of Veerbhadra Singh. The whole state is aware of that, of course. And a person should have a big heart after becoming a chief minister. This is what he has said. Now, Vikramaditya Singh is not happy with this government. Soon he will witness the fall of this government. All this has come from MLA Rajendra Rana. Let's listen into what he had to say.
साहब, इस प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री सुखविंदर सिंह सुक्खू ने जो है उनकी जलालत की है, उनको अपमानित किया है, वो पूरा प्रदेश जानता है। और विक्रमादित्य सिंह ने खुद कहा कि जिस मुख्यमंत्री ने प्रदेश का 6 बार नेतृत्व किया हो, केंद्र सरकार में मंत्री रहे हो, उस व्यक्ति के स्टैचू को लगाने के लिए जो मुख्यमंत्री इतने छोटे दिल का आदमी हो और 2 गज जमीन भी उनके लिए अलाउ ना करे, अब जाके उनके बोलने के बाद, इतना शोर डालने के बाद अब कैबिनेट में उन्होंने किया, तो इसका मतलब मुख्यमंत्री की सोच का अंदाजा लगाया जा सकता है कि जैसे चिड़ी होती है, चिड़ी के दिल के बराबर मुख्यमंत्री ने अपना दिल रखा है। मुख्यमंत्री जब बन जाता है तो आदमी को अपना दिल भी बड़ा करना चाहिए। और इसलिए आज विक्रमादित्य सिंह जी पिछले कल जो परसों से आकर हमें कल से मिलकर गए हैं, ये इस सरकार से और उस मुख्यमंत्री से परेशान हैं। और मुझे लग रहा है आने वाले समय में बहुत कुछ होने वाला है और प्रदेश के कई कांग्रेस के विधायक जो हैं वो संपर्क में हैं और वो आना चाहते हैं। और आने वाले समय में हम देखेंगे कि हिमाचल प्रदेश में जो है जल्दी ये सरकार गिरने वाली है।
Well, that was, of course, Rajendra Rana saying that the Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh has disrespected the supporters and family members of Veerbhadra Singh. Now, remember, viewers, that earlier Vikramaditya Singh was quite emotional a couple of days back, and he had expressed openly that he was unhappy with the way things were functioning in the Himachal Pradesh under Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. He also went on to say that he would meet the party high command. Of course, there were several rounds of meetings held with the observers also, but he did not withdraw his resignation. Now, this comes from MLA Rajendra Rana, who said that the way state's Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, of course, he has disrespected the supporters. Now, well, another breaking news coming in that amid the political turmoil in Himachal Pradesh, Chief Minister Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, in an exclusive statement to Republic, refutes claims of Congress leaders wanting to leave the party. He asserts that all is well within the party, attributing issues to a misunderstanding regarding Rajya Sabha seats and suggesting BJP's involvement in the situations. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu emphasizes that Vikramaditya remains a minister, expressing confusion about the ongoing development while maintaining communication with him. My colleague Harsha had a conversation with him. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
We are joined by Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Mr. Sukhu, the first question to you. Do you believe that this political situation, political turmoil in the state of Himachal Pradesh could have been avoided? I remember you were in Delhi. You tried to apprise High Command about it, but damage control was not done at that time.
Now it is under control. सब कुछ ठीक है. कई जगह असेसमेंट में गलती हो जाती है, तो कहीं गलती हुई है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है. हम राज्यसभा सीट हारे हैं और निश्चित तौर पर राजनीति में सबको खुश भी नहीं किया जा सकता. तो मैं ये मानता हूँ कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जिस प्रकार के षड्यंत्र से राज्यसभा की सीट जीती है, उसका नुकसान कांग्रेस को हुआ है.
बीजेपी सरकार अभी भी कह रही है कि आपकी सरकार माइनॉरिटी में है और एक दिन आप सुबह जागेंगे और ये सरकार टॉपल हो चुकी होगी. और इनफैक्ट कई सारे कांग्रेस नेताओं ने ये भी कहा कि 2 दिन की बैठक में जो कांग्रेस के नेताओं की नाराजगी है वो इतनी जल्दी ठीक नहीं हो सकती.
नहीं, 80% तो कांग्रेस के नेताओं की कोई नाराजगी नहीं रही और मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि कोई नाराजगी किसी ने ऐसे बात नहीं की. 80% कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ है और जो नाराजगी जो लोग कह रहे हैं उस नाराज़गी के कारण भी पता लगने चाहिए कि किस कारण वो नाराज़ है। तो निश्चित तौर पर ऐसी मुझे लगता नहीं है, पर छोटी मोटी कोई बात होती है उसको हम बैठ के सेटल करते हैं। पहली बार नहीं है, कई बार होता है ऐसा।
विक्रमादित्य सिंह का लेटेस्ट पोस्ट ये कहता है कि वो अब पीडब्ल्यूडी मंत्री नहीं है, उन्होंने पीडब्ल्यूडी मिनिस्टर हटा लिया है, कांग्रेस का झंडा हटा लिया है। तो लगता है क्या वो एकदम डिस्टेंस करने के मूड में है कांग्रेस से खुद को?
देखिए, अब मुझे तो बोल के गया, अभी पीडब्ल्यूडी मिनिस्टर है और निश्चित तौर पर हमारी सरकार के मंत्री है, और उसके आगे की जानकारी तो वो खुद दे सकते हैं।
सुखविंदर जी, एक प्रॉब्लम जो सबसे ज़्यादा कांग्रेस नेताओं ने ये बताई जिस वक्त ये तमाम पॉलिटिकल चर्निंग चल रही थी कि तमाम विभाग और तमाम जो डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर्स हैं वो आपके पास है। वो कंपेयर करते हैं वीरभद्र सरकार के टाइम से आपकी सरकार। वो कहते हैं कि उस वक्त 36 सीटें थी, 36 मेंबर्स थे, लेकिन बहुत अच्छी सरकार चली। इस वक्त जो पावर्स है, पावर्स सेग्रीगेट नहीं की गई है, सिर्फ आपने रखी हुई है।
उस समय दिल्ली में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार नहीं थी। 10 साल भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार राज कर रही है। दूसरी बात, मेरे पास सिर्फ ट्रांसफ़र की पावर मैंने अपने पास रखी, बाकी कोई पावर सभी मंत्रियों के पास है। वो भी एक समय में खोल दी जाती है, साल में 3 महीने के लिए खोली जाती है, ताकि विभाग जो है गुड गवर्नमेंट के लिए गुड गवर्नेंस का होना ज़रूरी है, अच्छे शासन के लिए अच्छे प्रशासन का होना ज़रूरी है। कि पूरा समय ट्रांसफ़र में नहीं लगाना चाहिए ना। तो 3 महीने के लिए मंत्रियों को ओपन दी जाती है, जैसे आज का अभी दी है। तो ऐसे ही कहना गलत बात है, और आपको पता नहीं किसने कहा। वैसे तो सारे मंत्री इस बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर सकते।
आपकी एक प्रभावी नेता को भाजपा मंडी से लड़वाने पर विचार कर रही है। ये भी बातचीत चल रही है कि मंडी से उनको लड़वाया जाए भाजपा की टिकट।
कौन?
प्रतिभा सिंह की बात हो रही है।
क्या कह रहे हैं?
ऐसा कह रहे हैं कि उनको भाजपा मंडी से चुनाव लड़वा सकती है। ऐसी बातचीत चल रही है, लगातार बैठकें भाजपा अपने अंदर खाने भी कर रही है। ऐसा हो सकता है?
वो तो बीजेपी ही जवाब दे सकती है, मैं तो उसका कोई जवाब नहीं दे सकता। हमारी प्रदेश अध्यक्ष है। धन्यवाद।
5 साल तक चलेगी सर सरकार अच्छे से?
पूरे 5 साल चलेगी, निश्चित तौर पर चलेगी। आप भी अगले 5 साल में वाद आना।
So this is Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu speaking to Republic TV. Harsha Chandwani along with video journalist Satesh for Republic TV. Harsha Chandwani along with video journalist Satesh for Republic TV.
My colleague Harsha is joining us from Shimla. Of course, Harsha, we were listening to Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu. He's very confident that he'll complete his 5-year term. And of course, he went on to say that 80% of the Congress members are happy. It's just the 20% disgruntled members, which cannot be resolved by sitting across the table and resolving the issues. But again, important to note that just a while back, we heard MLA Rajinder Rana, who was criticizing Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu of disrespecting the Veerbhadra's family members, of course, Veerbhadra Singh's family members.
Rightly stated, Ginny. Now we see that a lot of anger is now erupting and gearing up amongst the rebel MLAs now who are revolting against the Veerbhadra Singh's camp only. And this is because earlier Vikramaditya Singh, Pratibha Singh, they were the first ones to speak against CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu. Pratibha Singh only openly revolted against Sukhu and stated that because of the working of Sukhu, all the Congress MLAs are upset and unhappy. But now Ravinder Rana is stating that now the Vikramaditya Singh and both Pratibha Singh are now who should actually stand with morally stand with the rebel MLAs. They are not standing. They are in fact not clearing their stand exactly where they are standing right now. They are with the MLAs who are unhappy, or they are now okay with being the part of the Congress. And right now back-to-back meetings is happening in both the camps, be it BJP, be it Congress camp. And right now we have learned is that Vikramaditya Singh today will be in national capital. He has a very important meeting with Road and Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari, and he has a halt also today at in Delhi. So we are expecting that some meetings of Vikramaditya Singh with few senior leaders of Congress, and also there is a speculation that he could also meet few BJP senior leaders as well. But right now that's not official. There's no confirmation. These are just the speculation. We have to wait and watch exactly what will happen when Vikramaditya Singh returns from national capital to Shimla, because Pratibha Singh is not speaking much. She is only stating that over the coffee, over cup of coffee for only for 2 days. The observers were here. They thought that everything will be resolved in 2 days. That's not gonna happen. We are preparing for Lok Sabha election, and BJP is much more powerful as compared to Congress if we talk about Lok Sabha election, and that is because the MLAs are unhappy, they are upset, and it is because of Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. And we know that all this while Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu has stated that his government will run for 5 years. He will be only serving as Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. He also stated that observers have clearly stated that Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu will not be replaced. So we have to see that whether BJP's claim that Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is running a minority government in the state, whether it's true, or in coming days a few more Congress MLAs will rebel against their own party or will join BJP camp. But nothing as such is going to happen in coming 3-4 days. BJP is in a wait and watch situation. BJP is waiting that the MLAs themselves will revolt against their own government. There are 20% MLAs who are unhappy with Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu's government. Now we have to wait and watch exactly what happens in coming few days, whether more MLAs will join BJP camp or will this government survive the test of the time. Back to you.
Right, Harsha. When we were listening to his interview, he mentioned a very important point that these MLAs have to come forward and talk about their points of disagreement. So do we know of the reasons as to why these MLAs are disgruntled? Why are they unhappy under his government?
So, Ginny, majorly the comparison, most of the Congress leaders do it with the Veerbhadra Singh governance. We have seen during the Veerbhadra Singh's governance, the number of the MLAs Congress had were 36, and Veerbhadra Singh had run the government for entire 5 years, and Himachal Pradesh has never seen such political turmoil ever. And if we see the comparison between Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu and Veerbhadra Singh's government, the power is only in the hands of Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. This is majorly the point of disagreement. Several cabinet ministers, including Vikramaditya Singh, in the press conference only stated that none of the order passes through my signature. For even a small transfer and posting, the signature, the approval of Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is needed, and that is the major problem. In fact, for the constituency DC level funds also, the signature, the approval of CM Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu is needed. The power is not segregated, it is not distributed. The power is only in the hands of Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, and that is where actually problem is there. I tried to ask this question to Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, but he stated that he has no power apart from transfer and posting. And even if Congress MLAs are upset about it, they should have spoken about it. But Pratibha Singh stated that multiple times councillors, MLAs, cabinet ministers have all spoken about it, but everything was unheard. Every time Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu used to only say, we will see, it will happen, I will see, I can see what can be done. So these were the statements which used to come from Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, and that was more major reason for the disagreement. In 14 months, several places the road construction approval has not been given. The land for standing up the statue of Veerbhadra Singh was not given. In fact, the funds at mandal level was not released by Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, and that's the main point of agitation by MLAs, and therefore 6 MLAs refuted and more are unhappy. Several cabinet ministers also raised this issue. But now what we have heard is that this issue has been looked up. DK Shiv Kumar has assured Pratibha Singh and Vikramaditya Singh that in future this will not happen, and also the rights will now be distributed. Now we have to see that whether this, what DK Shiv Kumar has communicated, this will be followed by Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, or the things will be as it is. So we have to wait and watch exactly what will happen, because right now we know that the political churning is not over yet. It will happen in future time as well. Back to you.
Right, Harsha. Thank you for that update. Of course, political turmoil there in Himachal Pradesh. We'll keep coming back to you as and when the developments take place. Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu, of course, has been functioning in an autocratic manner. That's what you have just updated us. And now there's another breaking news that BJP has hit out at the Himachal Chief Minister. Now, the BJP government, which of course the BJP has said government in minority. Now BJP has hit out at the government. We have a reaction coming in from Vipin Singh Parmar. Let's listen in.
रेवड़ियां बांटी जा रही हैं, मैं तो देख रहा हूं हर दिन विधायकों को बुला करके उनको कहा जा रहा है कि आपको हम चेयरमैन बनाएंगे और साथ में कैबिनेट रैंक भी परोसेंगे। यानी डूबती हुई नैया को बचाने का जो प्रयास श्री सुखविंदर सिंह सुक्खू जी कर रहे हैं, मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये नैया डूबेगी नहीं। इस डूबती हुई नैया को अब नाव को कोई बचा नहीं सकता, ये मैं दावे के साथ कहना चाहता हूं। और उसमें राजनीति का भाषा का स्तर भी देखिए। एक हिमाचल प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री इन 6 विधायकों के बारे में क्या कहते हैं? कांग्रेस के 6 काले नागों ने अपना ईमान बेच दिया। वो जो अपने मन की अभिव्यक्ति को, अपने मन की
Right, news coming in from Bangalore. Of course, one person was detained from DJ Hali last night and was questioned. Now, 3 more people have been picked up by the cops and questioning is underway. This is the latest that has come in from Bengaluru. One person was detained from DJ Hali last night and was questioned. Now there are 3 more people that have been picked up by the cops and questioning is underway. A while back we saw Chief Minister Siddaramaiah had visited the blast location and had taken stock of the situation. He had even gone on to meet the injured at the hospital. And of course now a very important meeting was to happen where the details as to how the investigation would be taken up further would be decided. Let us remind you, viewers, that the FSL team, the NSG team, all have been involved. And now the latest coming in, that one person was detained by DJ Hali last night and was questioned. I'm joined by Prajwal, my colleague. Prajwal, another update coming in that one person was detained, and of course now 3 more people have been picked up by the cops and questioning is underway. Now, are there any more details that the cops have been able to figure out during the investigation, talking to these people?
You know, Ginny, in fact, the investigation details will remain confidential until the cops come on record, or else even the bureaucrats as well as the politicians come on record to speak about it. But all that we know is that one of the persons had been detained in Devarajivanahalli in Bengaluru city as well, and he was picked up and was questioned too. And after extensive questioning, the cops have also now taken in 3 other people as well, and they are going ahead and questioning them. They have not been arrested, but they have only been detained so far in connection with this case. Whether there is any sort of connection between these individuals to the suspected bomber is yet to be known at this point of time too, because initially the details, according to sources, was revealed that there might be another person as well, because he was seen speaking to somebody. But what is also very suspicious is the fact that he's only used the public transport everywhere, so that he's been able to blend along with the crowd, and this will not arouse any sort of suspicion. That is point number 1. Secondly, also the suspected bomber exactly knew where the blind spots were, and he's managed to hoodwink majority of the CCTV cameras. He's not been spotted in most of them. He was only seen in one of the CCTV cameras, but that was partially too, and there were also milk crates which was kept, and he was standing behind that, at which point of time he's gone on to lower his mask as well. But all said and done now, looking at all of this, these investigations are only proving, are only going ahead and giving evidence to the fact that it might be carried out by one person, but there might have been more associates contacts of his who might have helped him. And also, DK Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister, was speaking about the nature and the make of this explosive device. He stated that this may have been locally assembled. And this is something which is very crucial at this point of time to understand what it is and how it is. And not only that, all these three people who have been picked up from DJ Halli on the suspicion that there might have been, and their detention was aided by the fact that there was one person who was already picked up last night. And the hint that was given was by the Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivkumar himself as well, Guinea.
Right, Prajwal, we know that preliminary investigation has indicated that an IED with a bulb filament that was heated to act as a detonator after being triggered by a digital timer. Now, of course, you were talking about this person whom we saw in CCTV footage. He had done a recce beforehand. Now, the other three who have been picked up for the investigation, do we know whether they were at the blast site or they just helped him, or they entered the blast site, the Rameswaram cafe, at a different time? Do we have any more details about them?
Guinea, no, exactly. This is exactly what I'm seeing. They have been picked up some time ago and the investigations are still underway. So the police will ascertain whether they were at the spot or what is their role in this particular blast, or were they even connected to it, because they have been picked up only on suspicion that they might have, they might have been having any sort of association with this suspected bomber as well. And what led to their detention was the fact that there was yet another person who was actually seen with the bomber, is what sources are claiming, because it is still not official as it is a source-based information coming in. So you can clearly go ahead and look into the fact that the three people have been picked up for questioning as to what the first person had stated. So all said and done, their roles will still need to be ascertained at this point of time. How did they go about it and why did they do it is also in question. And they will also go through the CCTV footages, because the cops would not have simply picked up anybody. They would have gone through the CCTV footage. And remember, the investigation was such that the cops had also stated that all the people who were present, who were not injured, will also be called in. Around 60 to 70 people who were there. So their identities will be verified, asking as to who they were, whether they were working here, whether they are residents of this particular locality, or what was their intention to. So looking at all of this, out of the 45 to 60 odd people, if only 3 people who were present are being picked up, then the cops should have something concrete on them, and they have been detained. As I was saying, they have not even been arrested, but they have only been detained too. So we will need to wait and watch for the official confirmation that is coming in. But the questioning is underway right now at an undisclosed location, and the cops will be revealing more information, because there is also a high-level meeting which is now being chaired by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah in connection with this Bengaluru blast as well at the private cafe. So we will wait in for this meeting as well as the questioning to take place, and later the cops will come on record and will be giving a detailed response as to what they have found out during the course of the investigation so far.
Right, Prajwal, thanks for those updates. Of course, a very crucial meeting. It's a wait and watch situation, as you said, as more and more details come out of that meeting. The meeting is likely to happen today in the afternoon. And we can see on the screen that Siddaramaiah is on his way. Prajwal, if you could also tell us about the details of the meeting. When is it likely? I suppose it was supposed to take place at 1 p.m. and top leaders were to attend this meeting. So is it underway? Have the leaders reached the scheduled place? Well, another breaking news coming in, that a high-level meeting has started at the Chief Minister's home in Home Office, Krishna. Home Department officials briefing the Chief Minister about the investigation and the progress made, of course. Home Secretary is also present with the Chief Minister. We have learned that Home Secretary is also present, and Karnataka DG Alok Mohan and Bengaluru cop Dayanand also present. Now, the high-level meeting, which was expected to take place, has begun. Prajwal, once again, I will go across to you. As I was just mentioning that a meeting was supposed to take place with the prominent leaders, and of course, now we've learned that Home Secretary is present with the Chief Minister, and Karnataka DG and Bengaluru cop have also joined him to update him about the investigation.
Absolutely, Ginny. It is in fact the Bengaluru Commissioner of Police, B. Dayanand, who is present over there at this point of time, along with the Karnataka DG Alok Mohan. As I was saying, that the meeting is already underway at the home office of the Chief Minister of Karnataka in Krishna. And not only that, they will be going ahead and submitting a report on the progress of the investigation. What does it appear to look like prima facie? Because it has already now been proven that this was a low-intensity IED blast as well. And from what we get to understand from the sources, this particular suspicious bomber has gone ahead, taken out this parcel, and it was allegedly in a tiffin box that this IED was placed as well. So was this particular tiffin box loaded with nuts and iron bolts? All of that will be all of that will be spoken in length and in detail with the Chief Minister of Karnataka. And also, what is the sort of progress that the FSL has made? One, with the amounts that has been seized. Second, at the crime spot as well, whether they have found out any foreign particles, if this particular explosive device was not locally assembled, because we are speaking about a 12-volt battery, we are speaking about internal relay circuits, we are also speaking about a timer and also a remote detonator that has been used. On this note, we will also quickly slip into a short break, even as we continue to roll on the other side with live and breaking updates. Stay tuned.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Of the details that we have got regarding the list of the BJP candidates to be announced anytime now, I'm not going into individual names, but this is what I'm hearing. One, that there could be over 20 new faces in the first list itself. That's huge. Secondly, that over a dozen ministers, many of whom are presently in the Rajya Sabha or have been in the Rajya Sabha, will be asked to fight the Lok Sabha elections for the first time. And thirdly, that overall more than 40 to 50 sitting MPs will be replaced by the BJP. This means that in 2024, in these Lok Sabha elections, the BJP is going in for a shuffle ahead of the elections. This is in line with the periodic shuffle that the BJP has started to do in states as well. Unlike the Congress, the BJP shuffles its decks, shuffles its candidates, and shuffles those given government and political responsibility every few years. The BJP also brings in, periodically and with great thought, people with domain experience, even if they don't have a hardcore political experience, or they haven't been politicians from their 20s, and they bring them in after they have achieved in other aspects of public life, and they bring them into critical positions to strengthen the governance capacity of the government. Besides, this also ensures a great deal of freshness insofar as both the party and the government are concerned at the decision-making levels. Now, I'm asking you viewers tonight, is this not something to be appreciated? I know that there is a complete asymmetry which is not good for Indian politics. I know that there is an imbalance in Indian politics today, and I keep talking about it every day, but then it is neither Prime Minister Narendra Modi nor Amit Shah nor JP Nadda's job to invent and co-create an opposition. What is to be noted is something else. That despite this obvious asymmetry, despite the predominant position the BJP is in, the BJP is going into this election without assuming that it is going to roll over the opposition. That, in simple terms, is called a fighting spirit. What is a fighting spirit? In politics and in life, when you give it your all, knowing that you have a complete edge, when you give it all your all, when you enter the ring, knowing that there are no odds against you, but you still fight for every inch, that is called fighting spirit. And the BJP today has a fighting spirit. where the opposition has none. When people tell you it's about organizational strength, it is about money, it's not only that. It is the fighting spirit that the BJP has.
Bullet trains would become the face of new developing India. It would change the way Indians travel, reducing the travel time significantly. Before coming to power, Bharatiya Janata Party had promised a diamond quadrilateral project that would connect Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Mumbai via high-speed rail network. The project was approved expeditiously by the centre and endorsed by former President Pranab Mukherjee as well. This dream would turn into reality soon, with the first section of the network opening in 2026. The country's first bullet train would run between Mumbai and Ahmedabad, whose work is at its peak. The bullet train, which runs at a speed of 320 to 400 kilometers per hour, will take passengers to their destination in the blink of an eye.
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जिस तरह से देश को एक आत्मविश्वास दिया है, जिस तरह से नए काम को, चैलेंजिंग काम को लेकर उसे सक्सेसफुल करने की जो प्रेरणा दी है, वो ये प्रोजेक्ट उसकी मिसाल है। ये करीब 21 किलोमीटर की टोटल टनल है, इसमें से करीब 7 किलोमीटर
And news just coming in that government has taken strong view of Google delisting some apps from Play Store. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav says will not allow delisting of apps. Now, industry body IAMAI advised the tech giant Google against removing and delisting any Indian apps from the Play Store over alleged non-compliance with payments policy. Now, this comes shortly after Google has decided to remove multiple apps from Google Play Store, including popular matrimony apps. Now, Internet and Mobile Association of India has confirmed that at least 4 of its members have received notices from Google over billing dispute with the company. And they've urged the tech giant to not delist any apps from the Play Store. News just coming in that government has taken a strong view of Google delisting some apps from Play Store. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav says that he will not allow the delisting of these apps, and apparently the delisting is because of non-payment of dues. The Internet and Mobile Association of India has confirmed that at least 4 of its members have received notices from Google over billing dispute with the company. And they've, of course, gone on to urge Google not to delist any apps from the Play Store. Now, Google is delisting Indian apps from the Play Store over alleged non-compliance with its payments policy. And the government, of course, has stepped in with Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnav saying he will not allow delisting of these apps. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a scathing attack on Mamata-led government, stating that TMC has become another name for atrocities and betrayal. Speaking about the Sandeshkhali incident, Prime Minister Modi said that the TMC did not pay heed to the women of Sandeshkhali.
पश्चिम बंगाल में टीएमसी ने मां, माटी और मानुष का नारा लगाकर यहाँ की माताओं बहनों का वोट लिया, उनको गुमराह किया। लेकिन आज मां, माटी और मानस सभी टीएमसी के कुशासन में रो रहे हैं। संदेश खाली की बहनें इंसाफ की गुहार लगाती रही, लेकिन टीएमसी सरकार ने उनकी एक नहीं सुनी। बंगाल में स्थिति ये है कि यहां पुलिस नहीं बल्कि अपराधी तय करते हैं कि उन्हें कब सरेंडर करना है, कब गिरफ्तार होना है। राज्य सरकार तो चाहती नहीं थी कि संदेश खाली का गुनहगार कभी गिरफ्तार हो, लेकिन ये तो बंगाल की नारी शक्ति दुर्गा बनकर खड़ी हो गई। भाजपा का एक एक कार्यकर्ता उनके साथ खड़ा हो गया, तब मजबूरन इस राज्य सरकार को झुकना पड़ा। साथियों, महिला सुरक्षा और सशक्तिकरण, इसके लिए जो भी योजना भारत सरकार लाती है उसको भी टीएमसी सरकार यहां ठीक से लागू नहीं होने देती।
Now, news and wrap from across the country. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is expected to visit Rameswaram Cafe Blast site in Bengaluru later today. He has, in fact, visited the site. This comes amid an ongoing investigation in the IED blast that happened at popular Bengaluru eatery yesterday afternoon. FSL and bomb squad teams reached the explosion site this morning to further investigate the matter. Now, cricketer turned politician Gautam Gambhir took to social media platform X to inform that he has requested BJP President JP Nadda to relieve him from his political duties so that he can focus on his upcoming cricket commitments. This comes amid reports that BJP can announce the first list of Lok Sabha candidates soon. First batch of parliamentary forces arrived at Polytechnic College in Siliguri ahead of Lok Sabha elections. That of the parliamentary forces in West Bengal is part of the centre's bid to conduct the parliamentary elections in a free and fair manner without any violence. Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel reached Ayodhya along with his cabinet colleagues to seek blessing of Lord Ram at the newly constructed Ram Temple. This is the Gujarat minister's first visit to the holy city since the consecration ceremony of the Ram Janmabhoomi temple. MMK party president and MLA Jawaharlal reached DMK headquarters Arivalam to hold discussions on alliance with DMK ahead of Lok Sabha elections. This comes after MMK passed a resolution to contest Lok Sabha poll in an alliance with DMK at its general body meeting last month. North India witnesses a fresh bout of unexpected rain as light to moderate intensity rain lashes parts of Delhi and National Capital Region. IMD forecast suggests an intense spell of rainfall over the western Himalayan region and over the plains of northwest India till March 3rd. Time to slip into a short break. Coming up on the other side, BJP likely to announce the first list of Lok Sabha candidates. Top sources say focus on star candidates and weak seats will be there.
very, very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among standalone health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
One of the biggest fire events in Texas history, with more than 1 million acres of Texas land burned. From the start, I directed my team to do everything possible to help protect the people in the communities threatened by these fires. I'd like to say a few words about the devastating wildfires that are scorching Texas Panhandle and northwest Oklahoma. Yesterday, one of the biggest fire events in Texas history, with more than 1 million acres of Texas land burned. From the start, I directed my team to do everything possible to help protect the people in the communities threatened by these fires. In response to specific requests made from the state, we already have more than 500 federal personnel here working on fire suppression. That includes the deployment of 100 federal firefighters and more on the way, as well as dozens of additional fire engines, air tankers, small planes, helicopters to help fight the flames. And FEMA has already guaranteed that Texas and Oklahoma will be reimbursed for the cost of keeping folks safe. And we're grateful for the brave first responders risking their lives to save others. And we urge folks to listen to the warnings from the local officials, listen to them.
A very popular cafe in Bengaluru, Rameswaram cafe in Bengaluru, saw what I believe looks like a very, very worrying attack this morning. It was an improvised explosive device. Looks like a terrorist attack. In any case, anybody who uses terror is a terrorist. So to try and qualify it that it is not a terrorist attack, to try and say that there's some element of personal rivalry, anybody can qualify it.
Well, very positive news, this time coming in from Tripura, a momentous day for Tripura. Speaking at the signing of the tripartite agreement among the Government of India, the Government of Tripura and Tripura Mota, in a landmark development that is poised to reshape the political landscape of Tripura, the Government of India and the Government of Tripura and the Indigenous Progressive Regional Alliance have come together to ink a significant agreement. Now, this agreement is, of course, very crucial for Tripura. We have a reaction coming in from the Home Minister Amit Shah. Let's listen in to what he has to say.
आज त्रिपुरा के इतिहास के लिए एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। आज इस समझौते से हमने इतिहास का सम्मान किया है, गलतियों को सुधारा है और आज की वास्तविकता को भी स्वीकार कर तीनों चीजों का सामंजस्य कर हमने भविष्य की ओर देखने का काम किया है। इतिहास जो है उसको कोई बदल नहीं सकता, मगर उसमें जो गलतियां हुई है इसको सीखकर आज की वास्तविकताओं को नजर में रखकर हम आगे जरूर बढ़ सकते हैं। और मुझे आनंद है कि त्रिपुरा मोथा ने, सभी ट्राइबल पार्टियों ने और सभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इसके लिए बहुत कंस्ट्रक्टिव रोल लिया है। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की त्रिपुरा सरकार ने भी शुरू से इसके लिए प्रयास किया। विप्लव जी उपस्थित है, माणिक शाह जी यहाँ उपस्थित है। माणिक शाह जी ने भी बड़े इंटरेस्ट से बारीकियों में इसको स्टडी कर अंजाम तक पहुंचाने में बड़ी अच्छी भूमिका अदा की है। मुझे विश्वास है कि मोदी जी जो विकसित भारत का स्वप्न लेकर चले हैं, वो स्वप्न में त्रिपुरा भी अपने योगदान के लिए भी कटिबद्ध होगा और अपने हिस्से के लिए भी कटिबद्ध होगा। जब विकसित भारत बनेगा उस वक्त त्रिपुरा भी विकसित त्रिपुरा के रूप में आगे पर स्वप्नों के साथ आगे बढ़ेगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में गृह मंत्रालय ने उग्रवाद मुक्त, हिंसा मुक्त और विवाद मुक्त नॉर्थ ईस्ट की कल्पना को साकार करने का प्रयास किया है।
Cutting across to Anirudh, my colleague from Guwahati. Of course, Anirudh, a momentous day for Tripura. A tripartite agreement has been signed. Could you take us quickly through the main pointers of this agreement and how is it going to lead to a violence-free Northeast?
Yes, indeed, it is a historic moment for the state of Tripura, as the agreement was the long pending demand by the indigenous people in order to safeguard the interest of the indigenous people of Tripura. This agreement will go a long way. On the other hand, also this addresses the concerns of the rights of the indigenous people, particularly living in the autonomous district areas of the state of Tripura, and the various political demands that they have been making to the center and the state government. And in fact, the presence of Tripura Mota Chief Pradyut Dev Burma along with the Chief Minister of Tripura, Dr. Manik Saha, the Union Home Minister, itself signifies the importance of this agreement that has been signed, and also for the matter that in a record-setting mode, the center has been resolving the issues concerning the northeastern states at a record pace. This also once again this has proved the commitment and the assurance of the center towards resolving the long pending issues of the northeastern states.
When it came to my youngest son, Anand's wedding with Radhika, I had two important wishes. Throughout my life, I've been inspired by arts and culture. It has deeply moved me and I'm very passionate about it. When it came to my youngest son, Anand's wedding with Radhika, I had two important wishes. First, I wanted to celebrate our roots. Jamnagar holds a special place in our hearts and has a profound significance. Gujarat is where we come from. It's where Mukesh and his father built the refinery, and I started my career by converting this arid and desert-like area into a lush green township and a vibrant community. Second, I wanted the celebration to be a tribute to our arts and culture and a reflection of our heritage and culture created by the hands, hearts and hard work of our talented creative minds. संस्कृति और परंपरा की नींव है भारतीय सभ्यता की, और इस प्राचीन और पवित्र भारत भूमि को मैं दिल से नमन करती हूँ।
The BCCI has unveiled the annual player contracts for Team India Senior Men category for the 2023-2024 season, and one of the biggest highlights from this announcement is the termination of contracts of players like Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan, who recently went against the wishes of the BCCI and skipped domestic cricket for their respective teams. Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer were excluded after ignoring the directive to play Ranji Trophy. Their exclusion can be seen as a stern message to young players unwilling to put in the hard yards in first-class cricket while chasing white ball glory and lucrative IPL contracts. Kishan did not turn up for Jharkhand throughout the team's campaign in Ranji Trophy, despite not being on national duty since leaving from the tour of South Africa in December, citing personal reasons. He has instead focused on preparing for the IPL next month. Now, Shreyas Iyer, on the other hand,
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education, whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
The theme for this year's annual summit of the Republic Media Network is Bharat, the next decade. India is a land of great opportunities. This is the time to grab the opportunities. to catalyze the run-up for the future. The Prime Minister will be delivering the chief keynote. We have confirmations from Home Minister Rameswaram, from Finance Minister Nirmala Siddaramaiah, and a host of very, very special and distinguished speakers. I really hope you'll join us, and I hope to see you.
Bullet trains would become the face of new developing India. It would change the way Indians travel, reducing the travel time significantly. Before coming to power, Bharatiya Janata Party had promised a diamond quadrilateral project that would connect Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Mumbai via high-speed rail network. The project was approved expeditiously by the centre and endorsed by former President Pranab Mukherjee as well. This dream would turn into reality soon, with the first section of the network opening in 2026. The country's first bullet train would run between Mumbai and Ahmedabad, whose work is at its peak. The bullet train, which runs at a speed of 320 to 400 kilometers per hour, will take passengers to their destination in the blink of an eye.
Thank you for staying with Republic TV viewers. I'm Priyanka Sharma. We are live in breaking, and over the next 1 hour, we'll get you breaking updates from the country and across the globe as well. And starting with what's happening in Kerala, where the Kerala governor, in fact, has also suspended the vice chancellor of the state's veterinary university in response to the recent death of a student that had taken place. And the governor, in fact, cited a significant failure in the Vice Chancellor's duties concerning the unfortunate incident, post which the Vice Chancellor of the state's university, in fact, has been suspended, is the latest that we're putting out on your screens. In fact, we have also gotten some developments as far as the death of the student is also concerned. In fact, we're also getting in a soundbite of the governor. Let's listen in as to what he had to say about this entire matter first.
Received reports from Wayanad that some of these people who are involved, they are sympathizers of PFI. So it is a clear-cut failure. Not only that police did not take prompt action, and I am not going to blame the police. You know my opinion about the police of Kerala. It is, in my opinion, it is one of the finest police force. But when the ruling party does not allow them, what can they do? So it is not only failure there, but it is a huge failure on the part of the university authorities. How is it possible that this ragging or harassing or this torture continues for almost 3 days and nobody knows about it? And not only that, it was at least after this boy lost his life, it was the duty of the university to report the matter to the chancellor. Even that, they did it. I'm not saying they did not do it. They did it only yesterday. So therefore, we have decided to suspend the vice chancellor of the university and order an inquiry, because this is not merely the case of one student losing life. Every university has one hostel which is being used by SFI, where even university authorities fear to come. and they are using it for illegal activities, for criminal activities, for undesirable activities. Therefore, a big inquiry will be needed in future, but as far as the veterinary university is concerned, we have already decided to suspend the Vice Chancellor.
So there you have it, viewers. The Kerala governor, in fact, pulling up the Vice Chancellor of the university. And let me also bring in my colleague Ashwin, who's reporting on this story for us. Ashwin, we are looking at these very big statements also being made by the governor and another action that has been taken for the Vice Chancellor, against the Vice Chancellor as well. And the governor, in fact, very categorically stating that this was a complete failure of the authorities who had been present inside of the university as well, that they did not know about the ragging that was going on. Please put the story into perspective for our viewers to understand better as to what happened and the action that has been taken by the governor.
Well, the governor has swiftly come to action by suspending the Vice Chancellor M. Shashindranath, because this incident is shocking to say the least. On February 14th, there was a Valentine's Day celebration, and it has been alleged that this deceased boy, Siddharth, liked somebody, and there was a problem in commotion with regard to that. He had gone home on 15th, but he was called back to the university, to the campus. And after he reached the campus, for 3 days, he was tortured. He was completely paraded naked. He was beaten with a belt. His neck was wrung around with wires, and then he was beaten black and blue in front of about 100 students, all inside a 110 acres campus. And after that, he was beaten up in the hostel room. He was beaten up in the mountainous area, which is within the location of the campus. 3-4 locations he was beaten up mercilessly. Yet the authorities, the college authorities, seems to be unaware of something like this, an incident that has happened. And after the incident, the boy died on 18th of February, 3 days after sustaining injuries. Whether it is a suicide, whether it's a murder, needs to be ascertained by the police. The incident is so gory because all the accused involved are members of the Student Federation of India, the union which is below the Students' Union of the Communist Party of India, Marxist. And this is the only union which is present there, Priyanka, which makes this very grave. The union itself came forward on the day one itself, that is 10 days after this incident came to light. They clearly came out saying there's nothing has happened and the SFI is not involved. So there's a lot of misses and plugs in the entire story, whether it's a story from the dean, whether it's from the Vice Chancellor, the lecturers which are there in this university. Nobody seems to be aware of this brutal incident that has happened within the campus facility. And that is why there has been a huge uproar that has come forward. Around 13 SFI union members are so far under arrest by the police. There is a lookout notice that has been given for 4 students, and the remaining around 31 students have been barred completely from studying in the campus itself. So the issue is very grave, and the governor, rightfully so, has taken this action because the representative, the parents of Siddharth had in fact met with governor, and then after which governor also visited the house of Siddharth yesterday, and he is ensuring that sufficient action also has to be taken by the authorities. Although the chief minister has given a special investigation team, what the governor has stated is that the tough measures of the IPC has not been invoked, and there is a very big allegation that the Communist Party of India, Marxist, is trying to protect these students, and therefore there has been a delay in the police work in this case as well. Siddharth has died on February 18. Today it's over 12 days, and still 4 students are still absconding. A lookout notice is given to students. So the issue is extremely grave. What the governor has done is to put pressure on the authorities as well, and more action is likely to happen, and deeper sections, more powerful sections of the Indian Penal Code is also likely to be imposed by because of the interference by the governor in this regard. Priyanka.
Well, that's right, Ashwin. Of course, a lot of important developments when it comes to this case, and the governor making that very big statement and the action that has also been taken against the Vice Chancellor. Ashwin, we'll keep coming back to you as and when there are updates on this big story. For the moment, thank you. And now shifting focus now viewers to Chhattisgarh, where in fact the BJP's district president had been also murdered, where in fact there were 4 to 5 Maoists who had also been implicated in this entire incident. We are learning of the authorities carrying out a combing operation and search operation as well for the accused. Let's take a look at this report to understand what's happening in Chhattisgarh.
In yet another Maoist attack been reported from Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district. BJP worker Tirupati Katla was attacked and killed by unidentified Maoist. He was attacked by 4 to 5 men and was severely injured, following which he was admitted to the hospital. He lost his life during the treatment.
तिरुपति कतला जी हैं, जनपद सदस्य हैं। अभी त्वेनार में वो अपने पड़ोसी संजय घड़ी के यहाँ शादी में गए थे। इसी दौरान अज्ञात हमलावरों द्वारा हमला की गई। उनको हमला जब हुई उसके बाद में इनको जिला अस्पताल लाया गया, तो अस्पताल में इलाज के दौरान उनकी मृत्यु हो गई। इसमें हम लोग जांच कर रहे हैं, हमारी टीम एक है और सघन गश्त भी वहाँ जारी है, सर्चिंग कर रही है, इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं, देखते हैं कि किनके द्वारा ये हमला किया।
The local authorities are currently probing the matter and are conducting intense patrolling in the area to arrest the suspects. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
यहाँ जिस तरह टीएमसी की राज्य सरकार चल रही है, उसने बंगाल को निराश कर दिया है। पश्चिम बंगाल की जनता ने बहुत उम्मीदों के साथ टीएमसी को बार बार इतना बड़ा जनादेश दिया है, लेकिन टीएमसी अत्याचार और विश्वासघात का दूसरा नाम बन गई है। टीएमसी के लिए बंगाल का विकास नहीं, बल्कि भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद ही प्राथमिकता है। टीएमसी माने विश्वासघात, अत्याचार, टीएमसी माने भ्रष्टाचार, परिवारवाद। पूरे पश्चिम बंगाल में टीएमसी के तोलाबाजों को, भूमाफिया को, लूट की, गुंडागर्दी की खुली परमिशन, लेकिन इतने बड़े अस्पताल को लेकर टीएमसी सरकार पर्यावरण से जुड़ी परमिशन का अड़ंगा लगा रही है। साथियों, पश्चिम बंगाल में टीएमसी ने मां, माटी और मानुष का नारा लगाकर यहां की माताओं बहनों का वोट लिया, उनको गुमराह किया। लेकिन आज मां, माटी और मानुष सभी टीएमसी के कुशासन में रो रहे हैं। संदेश खाली की बहनें इंसाफ की गुहार लगाती रही, लेकिन टीएमसी सरकार ने उनकी एक नहीं सुनी। बंगाल में स्थिति ये है कि यहां पुलिस नहीं बल्कि अपराधी तय करते हैं कि उन्हें कब सरेंडर करना है, कब गिरफ्तार होना है। महिला सुरक्षा और सशक्तिकरण, इसके लिए जो भी योजना भारत सरकार लाती है उसको भी टीएमसी सरकार यहां ठीक से लागू नहीं होने देती। पूरे देश में बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ अभियान चला, लेकिन पश्चिम बंगाल की सरकार ने यहां लागू नहीं होने दिया। जो पैसा गांव में गरीब मजदूर को मिलना चाहिए था, उसको टीएमसी के तोलाबाजों ने लूट लिया। साथियों, टीएमसी की लगातार कोशिश है कि केंद्र सरकार की योजना पर अपना स्टिकर लगाएं। भाइयों बहनों, अब टीएमसी का मतलब ही बदल गया है। टीएमसी का मतलब है तू मैं करप्शन ही करप्शन। बांग्लार विकास होवे तबे देशार विकास होवे। इसलिए इस बार 42 की 42 सीटों पर कमल खिलना चाहिए और देश में अब की बार जरूर होगा और देश में अब की बार जरूर होगा। एक बार एनडीए सरकार 400 पार।
Now viewers, getting you updates on the other side of how the Congress is set to launch its poll campaign next week. Party Manifesto Committee meeting is scheduled for March 4.
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किया है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आसाम में पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट। सबसे पहले देश में प्रयास हुआ था 1962 में, फिर 1980 में प्रयास हुआ, 1984 में प्रयास हुआ, 2005 में प्रयास हुआ, 2007 में प्रयास हुआ, 2011 में भी ट्राई किया। जब नीयत और नीति दोनों साफ होते हैं, स्पष्ट होते हैं, तो सक्सेस मिलती है। आज प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में संभव हो पाया कि भारत की पहली कॉमर्शियल सेमीकंडक्टर फैब आज अप्रूव हुई। बहुत जल्दी इसका भूमि पूजन होगा और जैसा आपने माइक्रॉन के केस में देखा था, विद इन 90 डेज एक्चुअल कंस्ट्रक्शन आरंभ हो गया जमीन पे, वैसा ही टारगेट लेके चलेंगे। 100 दिन के अंदर अंदर इस प्लांट का कंस्ट्रक्शन आरंभ करेंगे। साथियों, जो भारत का सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2021 15 दिसंबर को कैबिनेट में अप्रूव किया था, उसके तहत एक प्लांट माइक्रॉन का ऑलरेडी कंस्ट्रक्शन में है, एक ये फैब अप्रूव हुई, साथ ही साथ 2 और बहुत महत्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्ट्स आज अप्रूव हुए सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट के। हम सब जानते हैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट पे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो फोकस दिया अपने करीब 10 वर्ष के इस कार्यकाल में, 50 से अधिक बार नॉर्थ ईस्ट गए, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में कनेक्टिविटी की क्रांति लाए, ऑप्टिकल फाइबर हो, रेलवे हो, हाईवे हो, एयरपोर्ट्स हो, और आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किया है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आसाम में पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट, देश का तीसरा सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट, आसाम का पहला, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट।
Welcome back, viewers. We are shifting your focus once again to the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who has in fact also sent out a warning against these protesters using threat tactics and other intimidation tactics under the garb of the Gaza protests that have been going on in London, and has also spoken about extremist forces who are also trying to take over in the city as well. Let's take a look at this report to understand what's happening with Rishi Sunak and what he said.
In recent weeks and months, we have seen a shocking increase in extremist disruption and criminality. What started as protests on our street has descended into intimidation, threats, and planned acts of violence. Jewish children fearful to wear their school uniform lest it reveal their identity. Muslim women abused in the street for the actions of a terrorist group they have no connection with. And it is beyond alarming that last night the Rochdale by-election returned a candidate who dismisses the horror of what happened on October the 7th, who glorifies Hezbollah and is endorsed by Nick Griffin, the racist former leader of the BNP. Islamist extremists and far-right groups are spreading a poison. That poison is extremism. It aims to drain us of our confidence in ourselves as a people and in our shared future. We must be prepared to stand up for our shared values in all circumstances, no matter how difficult. And I respect that the police have a tough job in policing the protests we have seen and that they are operationally independent. But we must draw a line. Yes, you can march and protest with passion. You can demand the protection of civilian life. But no, you cannot call for violent jihad. There is no context in which it can be acceptable to beam anti-Semitic tropes onto Big Ben in the middle of a vote on Israel-Gaza. And there can be no cause that you can use to justify the support of a prescribed excuse to call for the eradication of a state or any kind of hatred or anti-Semitism.
Moving on now, viewers, to some news in brief. After launching the developmental projects worth 15,000 crore rupees, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a roadshow in West Bengal's Krishnanagar area. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a scathing attack on the TMC government. He stated that the Mamata Banerjee government ignored the plight of Sandesh Khali women and gave full permission to the Gunda Raj in the state. Judicial custody of Aam Aadmi. In fact, we have also seen that the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah visited Brookfield Multi-Speciality Hospital in Bengaluru. The Chief Minister is visiting the victims of the ghastly bomb attack at Rameswaram cafe, which left around 9 people injured yesterday. And slipping into a very short break here now, viewers, getting you updates on the other side of how Congress is set to launch its poll campaign next week. Party Manifesto Committee meeting is scheduled for March 4th.
Of the details that we have got regarding the list of the BJP candidates to be announced anytime now, I'm not going into individual names, but this is what I'm hearing. One, that there could be over 20 new faces in the first list itself. That's huge. Secondly, that over a dozen ministers, many of whom are presently in the Rajya Sabha or have been in the Rajya Sabha, will be asked to fight the Lok Sabha elections for the first time. And thirdly, that overall more than 40 to 50 sitting MPs will be replaced by the BJP. This means that in 2024, in these Lok Sabha elections, the BJP is going in for a shuffle ahead of the elections. This is in line with the periodic shuffle that the BJP has started to do in states as well. Unlike the Congress, the BJP shuffles its decks, shuffles its candidates, and shuffles those given government and political responsibility every few years. The BJP also brings in, periodically and with great thought, people with domain experience, even if they don't have a hardcore political experience, or they haven't been politicians from their 20s, and they bring them in after they've achieved in other aspects of public life, and they bring them into critical positions to strengthen the governance capacity of the government. Besides, this also ensures a great deal of freshness insofar as both the party and the government are concerned at the decision-making levels. Now, I'm asking you viewers tonight, is this not something to be appreciated? I know that there is a complete asymmetry which is not good for Indian politics. I know that there is an imbalance in Indian politics today, and I keep talking about it every day, but then it is neither Prime Minister Narendra Modi nor Amit Shah nor JP Nadda's job to invent and co-create an opposition. What is to be noted is something else. That despite this obvious asymmetry, despite the predominant position the BJP is in, the BJP is going into this election without assuming that it is going to roll over the opposition. That, in simple terms, is called a fighting spirit. What is a fighting spirit? In politics and in life, when you give it your all, knowing that you have a complete edge, when you give it all your all, when you enter the ring, knowing that there are no odds against you, but you still fight for every inch, that is called fighting spirit. And the BJP today has a fighting spirit where the opposition has none. When people tell you it's about organizational strength, it is about money, it's not only that. It is the fighting spirit that the BJP has.
One of the biggest fire events in Texas history, with more than 1 million acres of Texas land burned. From the start, I directed my team to do everything possible to help protect the people in the communities threatened by these fires.
Welcome back, viewers. Straight away cutting across to some breaking updates that we're picking up. Now, a major development in the ongoing investigations by the National Investigating Agency that has been found in the most wanted individual, Mohammad Niazi, associated with the Popular Front of India and accused of the 2016 murder of the RSS leader Rudresh in Bangalore, has been apprehended in South Africa. Now, the NIA had previously announced a reward of rupees 5 lakh for information leading to his capture. In fact, we are also getting you updates of how Gujarat AT has played a pivotal role in being the first to track him in South Africa and forming the central agency. Following this apprehension, Mohammad Niazi, in fact, has been deported to India and is currently in Mumbai, is the latest. We are also putting out the visuals of Mohammad Niazi on your screens, and he was in fact, of course, associated with the Popular Front of India. And since then, we have also seen the investigating agencies cracking down on the banned outfit, and we are looking at how now a how in fact this arrest has also now been made. Sandeep Singh, my colleague, joins us on the broadcast. Sandeep, it's over to you. Please break down the details of the investigation that is being conducted by the NIA and how Mohammed Niazi in fact is being brought back to the country as well.
See, a major crackdown by National Investigating Agency in South Africa. Remember, Ghaus Niazi, Mohammed Ghaus Niazi is a big face of PFI, and he was accused of the murder of RSS leader Rudresh in Bangalore in 2016, and since then the NIA had started its operations against the Popular Front of India. And remember, between this, the central government in fact banned the PFI. Now, the National Investigating Agencies had put on a trap in South Africa. As far as the sources are concerned, the NIA had got the intelligence input, following which he was trapped in South Africa. And what we are hearing from our sources that he has been deported to Mumbai, and at present he has been taken to the Mumbai NIA office.
All right, Sandeep, thank you for joining us and getting us those details in the development of the National Investigating Agency's investigation into Mohammed Niazi, who is associated with the PFI and has been accused of the 2016 murder of the RSS leader as well, who has now been arrested in South Africa. Moving on to some news in brief. After launching the developmental projects worth rupees 15,000 crore rupees, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a roadshow in West Bengal's Krishnanagar area. Prime Minister launched a scathing attack on the TMC government, and he said that the Mamata Banerjee government ignored the plight of Sandesh Khali women and gave full permission of the Gunda Raj in the state. Judicial custody of Aam Aadmi Party leaders Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh has been extended till 7th of March, and they are accused in the Delhi excise policy scam. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah visited the Brookfield Multi-Speciality Hospital in Bengaluru, where the Chief Minister visited the victims of the ghastly bomb attack at the Rameswaram cafe, which left around 9 people injured yesterday. BJP has issued a proceeding against its MLAs ST Somashekar and Shivram Hebar in Karnataka after alleging of cross-voting emerged against them following the recently held Rajya Sabha polls. BJP has sent the defection and disqualification notices to both the MLAs under the Schedule 10 of the Constitution. After a case of a foreigner being gang raped came to light in Jharkhand, BJP MLA Anant Oja has attacked the Jharkhand government for deteriorating law and order situation in the state, and he added that the Champai Soren-led government has failed completely.
यह तो इस राज्य के माथे पर एक बहुत बड़ा कलंक है कि इस प्रकार से कोई विदेशी पर्यटक के रूप में इस प्रदेश में आते हैं और वहाँ इस प्रकार की घटना घटती है, तो यह अत्यंत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और ये राज्य के गिरती हुई कानून व्यवस्था के ऊपर एक माथे पर कलंक है उसका।
BJP leader Uma Bharti said that just like Ayodhya, Kashi and Mathura will also get their due, and there will be no agitation this time as all the proofs are there and there is no need for excavation in Kashi and in Mathura. Coming across to some breaking updates now. And sources stated that Cheema was the mastermind of the 2006 train bombings in Mumbai that killed 188 people and injured more than 800 people as well. So those are the updates, important updates really coming to light when it comes to Azam Cheema, who is a senior commander of the Lashkar-e-Taiba, the terrorist group. He has died, in fact, after suffering a heart attack in Pakistan's Faisalabad city. And we had confirmation on how Cheema, in fact, was the mastermind of the train bombings that took place in the Maximum city that killed at least 188 people and injured more than 800 people in those attacks.
आज त्रिपुरा के इतिहास के लिए एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। आज इस समझौते से हमने इतिहास का सम्मान किया है, गलतियों को सुधारा है और आज की वास्तविकता को भी स्वीकार कर तीनों चीजों का सामंजस्य कर हमने भविष्य की ओर देखने का काम किया है। इतिहास जो है उसको कोई बदल नहीं सकता, मतलब उसमें जो गलतियां हुई है इसको सीखकर आज की वास्तविकताओं को नजर में रखकर हम आगे जरूर बढ़ सकते हैं। और मुझे आनंद है कि त्रिपुरा में उठाने सभी ट्राइबल पार्टियों ने और सभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इसके लिए बहुत कंस्ट्रक्टिव रोल लिया है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की त्रिपुरा सरकार ने भी शुरू से इसके लिए प्रयास किया। विप्लव जी उपस्थित है, मानिक शाह जी यहाँ उपस्थित है। मानिक शाह जी ने भी बड़े इंटरेस्ट से बारीकियों में इसको स्टडी कर अंजाम तक पहुंचाने में बड़ी अच्छी भूमिका अदा की है। मुझे विश्वास है कि मोदी जी जो विकसित भारत का स्वप्न लेकर चले हैं, वो स्वप्न में त्रिपुरा भी अपने योगदान के लिए भी कटिबद्ध होगा और अपने हिस्से के लिए भी कटिबद्ध होगा। जब विकसित भारत बनेगा उस वक्त त्रिपुरा भी विकसित त्रिपुरा के रूप में आगे पर स्वप्नों के साथ आगे बढ़ेगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में गृह मंत्रालय ने उग्रवाद मुक्त, हिंसा मुक्त और विवाद मुक्त नॉर्थ ईस्ट की कल्पना को साकार करने का प्रयास किया है।
पेट्रोलियम से जुड़ी कई बड़ी योजनाएं थी और आज एक बार फिर मुझे करीब 15,000 करोड़ रुपए 15,000 करोड़ रुपीस उसके विकास कार्यों के लोकार्पण और शिलान्यास का सौभाग्य मिला है। बिजली, सड़क, रेल की बेहतर सुविधाएं बंगाल के मेरे भाई बहनों के जीवन को भी आसान बनाएगी। इन विकास कार्यों से पश्चिम बंगाल के आर्थिक विकास को गति मिलेगी। इनसे युवाओं के लिए रोजगार के नए अवसर भी पैदा होंगे। मैं आप सभी को इस अवसर पर बधाई देता हूं। हमारी रोजमर्रा की जिंदगी हो, बिजली की किल्लत में कोई भी राज्य, कोई भी देश विकास नहीं कर सकता। इसलिए हमारा प्रयास है कि पश्चिम बंगाल अपनी वर्तमान और भविष्य की बिजली जरूरतों को लेकर आत्मनिर्भर बने। फरक्का से रायगंज के बीच नेशनल हाईवे 12 का उद्घाटन किया है, NH 12 का उद्घाटन किया है। इसमें करीब 2,000 करोड़ रुपए 2000 करोड़ रुपीस खर्च किए गए हैं। इस हाईवे से बंगाल के लोगों के लिए यात्रा की रफ्तार बढ़ेगी। इतिहास की जो बढ़त बंगाल को हासिल थी आजादी के बाद, उसे सही ढंग से आगे नहीं बढ़ाया गया। यही कारण है कि तमाम संभावनाओं के बावजूद बंगाल पीछे छूटता गया। भारत सरकार की 4 रेल परियोजनाओं को बंगाल को समर्पित कर रहा हूं। ये सभी विकास कार्य आधुनिक और विकसित बंगाल के हमारे सपनों को पूरा करने में अहम भूमिका निभाएंगे।
In yet another Maoist attack been reported from Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district, BJP worker Tirupati Katla was attacked and killed by unidentified Maoists. He was attacked by 4 to 5 men and was severely injured, following which he was admitted to the hospital. He lost his life during the treatment.
तिरुपति कतला जी हैं, जनपद सदस्य हैं। अभी त्वेनार में वो अपने पड़ोसी संजय घड़ी के यहाँ शादी में गए थे। इसी दौरान अज्ञात हमलावरों द्वारा हमला की गई। उनको हमला जब हुई उसके बाद में इनको जिला अस्पताल लाया गया, तो अस्पताल में इलाज के दौरान उनकी मृत्यु हो गई। इस पर हम लोग जांच कर रहे हैं। हमारी टीम एक है और सघन गश्त भी वहाँ जारी है, सर्चिंग कर रही है, इन्वेस्टिगेट कर रहे हैं, देखते हैं कि किनके द्वारा ये हमला किया।
The local authorities are currently probing the matter and are conducting intense patrolling in the area to arrest the suspects. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
The theme for this year's annual summit of the Republic Media Network is Bharat, the next decade. India is a land of great opportunities. This is the time to grab the opportunities, to catalyze the run-up for the future. The Prime Minister will be delivering the chief keynote. We have confirmations from Home Minister Rameshwaram, from Finance Minister Siddaramaiah, and a host of very, very special and distinguished speakers. I really hope you'll join us, and I hope to see you.
हमारा जो काम है वो आप लोगों के लिए ही है और आप लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए ही है और आपकी सुविधा के लिए ही है। अगर हमारी फसल नहीं कटेगी तो हम सामने वाले के भी नहीं कटने देंगे। अगर आप सोचते हैं कि आगे लगाएंगे हो सकता है कि हालात ख़राब हों कि फसल फिर काट पाएँ नहीं काट पाएँ, तो उसके लिए हम यकीन दिलाते हैं ऐसी सिचुएशन हम नहीं आने देंगे। अगर हमारी फसल नहीं कटेगी तो हम सामने वाले के भी नहीं कटने देंगे। तो निश्चिंत होकर काम करें। बीएसएफ आपके लिए पूरा सहयोग करने के लिए तैयार है। जहाँ तक आपने बताया बंद बनने के लिए, और उसके लिए जो प्रपोजल है ऑलरेडी गृह मंत्रालय ने उसको अप्रूव कर दिया है। उसके लिए जैसे जैसे फंड्स आते हैं उसी प्रकार से वो आपके बनता जाएगा। तो मेरी उम्मीद है कि अगले 4-5 साल में हमारा पूरा बॉर्डर ऐसा होगा जिसके ऊपर बंद बना हुआ होगा और उसके पीछे आराम से आप अपने खेतों में काम कर पाएंगे। अगर कोई फायरिंग वगैरह होती भी है तो किसान जो खेत में काम कर रहे हैं उनके ऊपर सीधा असर उसका नहीं पड़ेगा और अपना छुपाव या आड़ लेने का मौका आराम से मिलेगा। और आपके खेतों के आसपास भी कुछ ऐसे हम सोच रहे हैं कि कुछ ऐसे बंकर बनाए जाएं कि अगर दिन में कुछ गड़बड़ हो तो इंसान उसके अंदर जो है शेल्टर ले ले और रात को हम पीछे उसमें ड्यूटी कर लें। तो दोनों का मिला जुला काम ऐसा हो सकता है। कुछ आपके पॉइंट्स बताए गए थे जो माइक से, तो मैं आपको ये यकीन दिलाना चाहता हूँ कि हमारा जो काम है वो आप लोगों के लिए ही है और आप लोगों की सुरक्षा के लिए ही है और आपकी सुविधा के लिए ही है। कुछ नियम कायदे कानून होते हैं जो हमें ऑब्जर्व करने पड़ते हैं, क्योंकि बीएसएफ सिर्फ यहीं डिप्लॉयड नहीं है। बीएसएफ पंजाब में भी है, राजस्थान में भी है, गुजरात में भी है, बंगाल में भी है, असम में है, मेघालय में भी है, त्रिपुरा में भी है, मिजोरम में भी है। सब बॉर्डर पे है और सब बॉर्डर पे फेंस लगी हुई है और फेंस के आगे जाने का और पीछे आने का एक तरीका होता है। उसके लिए कुछ नियम बने हुए हैं, उसका पालन हमें भी करना होता है, वो आपको भी करना होता है, क्योंकि बिना नियम कायदे कानून के तो कोई काम हमारा चलता नहीं है। दूसरा ये है कि मैं चाहूँगा कि आप सभी लोग आगे जो ज़मीन है फेंस के उसमें खेती करें। बीएसएफ आपको पूरा सहयोग देगी और लेकिन कुछ नियम कायदे कानून होते हैं फेंस के आगे जाने के पीछे आने के, उसका पालन सबको करने की ज़रूरत है। वो पंजाब में भी हो रहा है, राजस्थान में भी हो रहा है, गुजरात में भी हो रहा है, सब जगह हो रहा है। वो एक ही नियम है सबके लिए, किसी के लिए कोई अलग नियम नहीं है। तो उसके लिए यहाँ पर क्योंकि जो आगे खेती है फेंस के उसमें ज़्यादा इरिगेशन नहीं होता है, मतलब सिंचाई का काम ज़्यादा नहीं होता, तो इसलिए बहुत ज़्यादा आपको आने जाने की भी ज़रूरत नहीं है। फसल की बिजाई के समय आप जाएंगे, थोड़ी बहुत देखभाल के लिए जाएंगे और फिर कटाई के लिए।
Welcome back, viewers. We are keeping you ahead on all that's happening with the Prime Minister's visit in West Bengal. On his day 2 of the visit, in fact, he had once again launched a scathing attack against the Mamata Banerjee government, against the TMC government, and stated that they are the ones who are carrying out these atrocities against the women, and is the government machinery covering up this entire heinous crimes also that have come to light from Sandesh Kali. Let's take a look at this report to understand how the Prime Minister's day 2 of the West Bengal visit went.
पश्चिम बंगाल में टीएमसी ने मां, माटी और मानुष का नारा लगाकर यहां की माताओं बहनों का वोट लिया, उनको गुमराह किया। लेकिन आज मां, माटी और मानुष सभी टीएमसी के कुशासन में रो रहे हैं। संदेश खाली की बहनें इंसाफ की गुहार लगाती रही, लेकिन टीएमसी सरकार ने उनकी एक नहीं सुनी। बंगाल में स्थिति ये है कि यहां पुलिस नहीं बल्कि अपराधी तय करते हैं कि उन्हें कब सरेंडर करना है, कब गिरफ्तार होना है। राज्य सरकार तो चाहती नहीं थी कि संदेश खाली का गुनहगार कभी गिरफ्तार हो, लेकिन ये तो बंगाल की नारी शक्ति दुर्गा बनकर खड़ी हो गई। भाजपा का एक एक कार्यकर्ता उनके साथ खड़ा हो गया, तब मजबूरन इस राज्य सरकार को झुकना पड़ा।
Moving on to some news in brief. After launching developmental projects worth 15,000 crore rupees, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a roadshow in West Bengal's Krishnanagar area. Prime Minister launched a scathing attack on the TMC government, and he stated that the Mamata Banerjee government ignored the plight of Sandesh Khali women and gave full permission to the Gunda Raj in the state. Judicial custody of Aam Aadmi Party leaders Manish Sisodia and Sanjay Singh has been extended till the 7th of March, and they are accused in the Delhi excise policy scam. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah visited the Brookfield Multi-Speciality Hospital in Bengaluru, and he visited the victims of the ghastly bomb attack at the Rameswaram cafe, which left around 9 people injured yesterday. After a case of a foreigner being gang raped came to light in Jharkhand, BJP MLA Anant Oja has attacked the Jharkhand government for deteriorating law and order situation in the state and added that Champai Soren-led government has failed completely.
यह तो इस राज्य के माथे पर एक बहुत बड़ा कलंक है कि इस प्रकार से कोई विदेशी पर्यटक के रूप में इस प्रदेश में आते हैं और वहाँ इस प्रकार की घटना घटती है, तो यह अत्यंत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है और ये राज्य के गिरती हुई कानून व्यवस्था के ऊपर एक माथे पर कलंक है उसका।
BJP leader Uma Bharti has said that just like Ayodhya, Kashi and Mathura will also get their due, and there will be no agitation this time as all the proofs are there and there's no need for excavation in Kashi and in Mathura.
नहीं, आंदोलन होना कि अभियान होना इस सब की आवश्यकता इसलिए नहीं है क्योंकि यहाँ पर तो खुदाई के बाद प्रमाण मिलने थे। मथुरा और काशी में खुदाई के बिना प्रमाण मौजूद हैं, इसलिए माननीय कोर्ट उन प्रमाणों के आधार पर जो निर्णय देगा उस निर्णय को हम मान्य करेंगे, लेकिन मेरी आस्था यही रहेगी कि वहाँ मंदिर का निर्माण हो।
Coming across to some more breaking updates that we're putting out on your screens now, viewers, where in fact the Spanish woman who had been gang raped in Jharkhand's Dunka, we're getting more details on the gang rape that was carried out by at least 7 people. We are also getting updates as far as the action against these 7 people is concerned. We are learning that the police has detained 3 people and there is a hunt for 4 more of the accused that is also being conducted as we speak by the local police authorities there. In fact, this is an incident that had taken place in Jharkhand's Dunka, where the woman had come for a tour on a bike with her husband as well. And while they were spending the night in the Dunka is when this incident had taken place of gang rape. And now the complaint, in fact, has also been registered against at least 7 people, the 3 of whom have been detained and 4 others are being hunted down as well. Let's listen in to a lot of reactions coming in by the police as well on this big story.
1 और 2 की रात्रि को करीब 10:30-11 बजे हसडीहा पुलिस गश्ती टीम द्वारा गश्ती की जा रही थी। उसमें 2 लोगों को सड़क किनारे देखा गया खड़े हुए, तो उनको रोका गया। रोक के उन लोगों द्वारा बताया गया कि हम लोग के साथ घटना हुई है, लगा हम लोग के साथ कुछ घटना हुई है मारपीट जैसी। चूँकि स्पेनिश इंग्लिश बोल रहे थे तो पदाधिकारी लोग को समझ में नहीं आया, तो लोग कुछ घटना हुआ बोल के हॉस्पिटल ले गए। उसी क्रम में हॉस्पिटल में उन लोग के द्वारा बताया गया डॉक्टर साहब को कि उन लोग के साथ से जो है उनके साथ लज्जा भंग की गई है। तो उसके बाद हम लोग को रात में ही सूचना दिया गया। करीब 1-1:30 बजे हम लोग को सूचना मिली कि इस तरह की घटना विदेश से आए जो बाइकर्स और टूरिस्ट थे वो लोग जा रहे थे तो उनके साथ ऐसी घटना हुई है। लेकिन जैसे सूचना मिली हम लोग ने त्वरित कार्रवाई किया और इसमें शामिल कुछ लोगों को डिटेन किया और इसमें उद्भेदन हुआ है और जो शेष बचे अपराधकर्मी इसमें उसको अविलंब गिरफ्तार कीजिए।
पता चला सर कितने लोगों ने?
महिला के द्वारा हम लोगों को 7 लोगों के बारे में बताई गई है और सत्यापन कर रहे हैं। उतने लोगों की बात प्रकाश में आई है, अनुसंधान चल रहा है। जल्द ही इसमें हम लोग बाकी लोगों को अरेस्ट करेंगे।
जानकारी मिली है आप लोगों के माध्यम से ही, अगर ऐसी घटना घटी है तो इसकी जितनी निंदा की जाए कम है। काफ़ी शर्मनाक घटना है अगर ऐसी घटना हुई है तो। लेकिन मैं ये आश्वस्त करना चाहूँगा सरकार के एक अंग होने के नाते कि जो भी अपराधियों ने इस तरह की घटना को अंजाम दिया है वो इस अंजाम को बहुत जो अंतिम जो इसका मुकाम होता है उसको भुगतेंगे और कड़ी से कड़ी सजा इन्हें जल्द से जल्द सलाखों के पीछे डाला जाएगा और कड़ी से कड़ी सजा इन्हें।
देखिए इस केस में जैसे कि उनका बयान है और कि जो है उनके साथ जो मिसहेप हुआ है, मैंने बुरा बर्ताव हुआ है। अब रेप हो या आगे की बात है वो अभी स्पष्ट अभी नहीं हुआ है। लेकिन जो है उनका जनरल कंडीशन जो वाइटल कंडीशन है जो है वो ठीक है, उनको जान को किसी प्रकार का खतरा नहीं है। और अभी जांच का प्रक्रिया चल रहा है। जांच में बोर्ड बनेगी, बोर्ड में जो है जिनका जिस गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट का ड्यूटी है उसके साथ में और एक डॉक्टर रहेंगे और उसका एज डिटर्मिनेशन के लिए जो है डेंटल से भी सर्जन रहेंगे।
प्राइमा फेसी क्या लग रहा है, रेप की जो बात आ रही है यार?
देखिए प्राइमा फेसी तो अभी कुछ बोला नहीं जा सकता है, लेकिन जो है वाइटल जो है मैंने उसके जीवन में ऐसा मैंने क्या बोलते हैं जान को खतरा नहीं है।
इंजरी भी है सर, कहाँ का इंजरी है कुछ ये पता चलता है?
नहीं अभी तो बाहरी इंजरी ही पता चल रहा है, अंदर वाला बात सब तो डॉक्टर लोग देखेंगे, उसी के बाद होगा।
मेडिकल जांच हो रहा है सर?
मेडिकल जांच हो रहा है, उसका प्रक्रिया जारी।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 private university for the 11th year by India Today, a testimony to Amity's world-class education whilst imbibing values and sanskars in students.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to proudly share with you that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has agreed to be the chief guest to deliver the chief keynote address at the annual summit of the Republic Media Network, which is scheduled for the 7th of March. The Prime Minister's presence is the highlight of this year's event as always, which is on the theme Bharat, the next decade. We are truly grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also extremely happy to share with you that the Honorable Home Minister of India, Shri Amit Shah, and the Honorable Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Siddaramaiah, will also be keynote speakers at the Republic Media Network's annual summit on the 7th of March. Over the next few days, I will be sharing with you the names of some of our other speakers and how you can be a part of the event as well. The Republic Media Network's annual summit, our marquee event, is on the 7th of March, and our chief guest is the Prime Minister of India.
The BCCI has unveiled the annual player contract for Team India senior men category for the 2023-2024 season, and one of the biggest highlights from this announcement is the termination of contracts of players like Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan, who recently went against the wishes of the BCCI and skipped domestic cricket for their respective teams. Ishan Kishan and Shreyas Iyer were excluded after ignoring the directive to play Ranji Trophy. Their exclusion can be seen as a stern message to young players unwilling to put in the hard yards in first-class cricket while chasing white ball glory and lucrative IPL contracts. Kishan did not turn up for Jharkhand throughout the team's campaign in Ranji Trophy, despite not being on national duty since leaving from the tour of South Africa in December, citing personal reasons. He has instead focused on preparing for the IPL next month. Now, Shreyas Iyer, on the other hand, did not make himself available for Mumbai's Ranji Court final against Baroda after being excluded from the team after the second test against England. He, however, has been picked for the Ranji semi-finals, which begin from the 2nd of March. The big names who have lost their contracts include Cheteshwar Pujara, Shikhar Dhawan, Umesh Yadav and Yuzvendra Chahal, who all have fallen out of favour with the selection.
PM viewers, and here are the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a crowd in West Bengal's Krishnanagar and launched a scathing attack on the TMC, said TMC is synonymous with crime and corruption. A momentous day for Tripura. Historic tripartite agreement between Government of India, Government of Tripura and Tripura Motha signed the presence of the Home Minister Amit Shah. Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah chairs a high-level meeting in Bengaluru blast case after visiting the blast site and meeting with the injured. Kerala Governor Arif Mohammad Khan suspends the Kerala Veterinary and Animal Sciences Hospital Vice Chancellor and appoints the PC Siddaramaiah, in fact, to take over. BJP likely to announce the first list of the Lok Sabha candidates. Top sources say that BJP's focus will be on fielding star candidates and the weak seats. Thank you for staying with Republic TV viewers. We are keeping you ahead on all the political turmoil that is going on and transpiring there in Himachal Pradesh right now, even as we look at the Congress chiefs and the Congress leaders, in fact, trying to keep their flock together. In the backdrop of that, we have been getting you all the exclusive ground reports and interviews from Himachal Pradesh. Here's another exclusive conversation that my colleague Harsha was able to have with Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Let's listen in.
We are joined by Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhwinder Singh Sukhu. Mr. Sukhu, the first question to you. Do you believe that this political situation, political turmoil in the state of Himachal Pradesh could have been avoided? I remember you were in Delhi. You tried to apprise High Command about it, but damage control was not done at that time.
Now it is under control. सब कुछ ठीक है. कई जगह असेसमेंट में गलती हो जाती है, तो कहीं गलती हुई है, इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है. हम राज्यसभा सीट हारे हैं और निश्चित तौर पर राजनीति में सबको खुश भी नहीं किया जा सकता. तो मैं ये मानता हूँ कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने जिस प्रकार के षड्यंत्र से राज्यसभा की सीट जीती है, उसका नुकसान कांग्रेस को हुआ है.
बीजेपी सरकार अभी भी कह रही है कि आपकी सरकार माइनॉरिटी में है और एक दिन आप सुबह जागेंगे और ये सरकार टॉपल हो चुकी होगी। और इनफैक्ट कई सारे कांग्रेस नेताओं ने ये भी कहा कि 2 दिन की बैठक में जो कांग्रेस के नेताओं की नाराजगी है वो इतनी जल्दी ठीक नहीं हो सकती।
नहीं, 80% तो कांग्रेस के नेताओं की कोई नाराजगी नहीं रही और मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूँ कि कोई नाराजगी किसी ने ऐसे बात नहीं की। 80% कांग्रेस पार्टी के साथ है और जो नाराजगी जो लोग कह रहे हैं उस नाराजगी के कारण भी पता लगने चाहिए कि किस कारण वो नाराज है। तो निश्चित तौर पर ऐसी मुझे लगता नहीं है, पर छोटी मोटी कोई बात होती है उसको हम बैठ के सेटल करते हैं। पहली बार नहीं है, कई बार होता है ऐसा।
विक्रमादित्य सिंह का लेटेस्ट पोस्ट कहता है कि वो अब पीडब्ल्यूडी मंत्री नहीं है, उन्होंने पीडब्ल्यूडी मिनिस्टर हटा लिया है, कांग्रेस का झंडा हटा लिया है। तो लगता है क्या वो एकदम डिस्टेंस करने के मूड में है कांग्रेस से खुद को?
देखिए, अब मुझे तो बोल के गया अभी पीडब्ल्यूडी मिनिस्टर है और निश्चित तौर पर हमारी सरकार के मंत्री है और उसके आगे की जानकारी तो वो खुद दे सकते हैं।
सुखिंदर जी, एक प्रॉब्लम जो सबसे ज़्यादा कांग्रेस नेताओं ने ये बताई जिस वक्त ये तमाम पॉलिटिकल चर्निंग चल रही थी कि तमाम विभाग और तमाम जो डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर्स हैं वो आपके पास है। वो कंपेयर करते हैं वीरभद्र सरकार के टाइम से आपकी सरकार। वो कहते हैं कि उस वक्त 36 सीटें थी, 36 मेंबर्स थे, लेकिन बहुत अच्छी सरकार चली। इस वक्त जो पावर्स है, पावर्स सेग्रीगेट नहीं की गई है, सिर्फ आपने रखी हुई है।
उस समय दिल्ली में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार नहीं थी। 10 साल बाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार राज कर रही है। दूसरी बात, मेरे पास सिर्फ ट्रांसफ़र की पावर मैंने अपने पास रखी, बाकी कोई पावर सभी मंत्रियों के पास है। वो भी एक समय में खोल दी जाती है, साल में 3 महीने के लिए खोली जाती है, ताकि विभाग जो है गुड गवर्नमेंट के लिए गुड गवर्नेंस का होना ज़रूरी है, अच्छे शासन के लिए अच्छे प्रशासन का होना ज़रूरी है। कि हाँ, पूरा समय ट्रांसफ़र में नहीं लगाना चाहिए ना। तो 3 महीने के लिए मंत्रियों को ओपन दी जाती है, जैसे आज का अभी दी है। तो ऐसे ही कहना गलत बात है और आपको पता नहीं किसने कहा। वैसे तो सारे मंत्री इस बारे में कोई बात नहीं कर सकते।
आपकी एक प्रभावी नेता को भाजपा मंडी से लड़वाने पर विचार कर रही है। ये भी बातचीत चल रही है कि मंडी से उनको लड़वाया जाए भाजपा की टिकट।
कौन?
प्रतिभा सिंह की बात हो रही है।
क्या कह रहे हैं?
ऐसा कह रहे हैं कि उनको भाजपा मंडी से चुनाव लड़वा सकती है। ऐसी बातचीत चल रही है, लगातार बैठकें भाजपा अपने अंदर खाने भी कर रही है। ऐसा हो सकता है?
वो तो बीजेपी ही जवाब दे सकती है, मैं तो उसका कोई जवाब नहीं दे सकता। हमारी प्रदेश अध्यक्ष है। धन्यवाद।
5 साल तक चलेगी सर सरकार अच्छे से?
पूरे 5 साल चलेगी, निश्चित तौर पर चलेगी। आप भी अगले 5 साल में वादा आना।
So this is Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu speaking to Republic TV. Harsha Chandwani along with video journalist Hatesh for Republic TV.
Now viewers, that was the Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu in that conversation with Republic, exclusively speaking about the turmoil that has been transpiring in the state as well. To that, we are also picking up several reactions of the BJP leadership. Let's listen.
रेवड़ियां बांटी जा रही हैं, मैं तो देख रहा हूं। हर दिन विधायकों को बुला करके उनको कहा जा रहा है कि आपको हम चेयरमैन बनाएंगे और साथ में कैबिनेट रैंक भी परोसेंगे। यानी डूबती हुई नैया को बचाने का जो प्रयास श्री सुखविंदर सिंह सुक्खू जी कर रहे हैं, मुझे नहीं लगता कि ये नैया अब डूबेगी नहीं। इस डूबती हुई नैया को अब नाव को कोई बचा नहीं सकता, ये मैं दावे के साथ कहना चाहता हूं। और उसमें राजनीति का भाषा का स्तर भी देखिए। एक हिमाचल प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री इन 6 विधायकों के बारे में क्या कहते हैं? कांग्रेस के 6 काले नागों ने अपना ईमान बेच दिया। वो जो अपने मन की अभिव्यक्ति को, अपने मन की स्थिति को राज्यसभा में हिमाचल के हित में, हिमाचल के विकास के लिए वोट के माध्यम से प्रस्तुत कर रहे थे, उनको आज काले नाग की संज्ञा दी जा रही है। ऐसे अमर्यादित शब्दों की भारतीय जनता पार्टी कड़े शब्दों में निंदा करती है।
Now viewers, we are also keeping you ahead on a very historic agreement that has been signed between in fact the government of India, the government of Tripura and the Indigenous Progressive Religion Alliance as well, in this tripartite agreement that has been signed, where the Home Minister in fact has also spoken about how this will in fact shape the future of the country as well. Let's listen.
आज त्रिपुरा के इतिहास के लिए एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। आज इस समझौते से हमने इतिहास का सम्मान किया है, गलतियों को सुधारा है और आज की वास्तविकता को भी स्वीकार कर तीनों चीजों का सामंजस्य कर हमने भविष्य की ओर देखने का काम किया है। इतिहास जो है उसको कोई बदल नहीं सकता, मगर उसमें जो गलतियां हुई है इसको सीखकर आज की वास्तविकताओं को नजर में रखकर हम आगे जरूर बढ़ सकते हैं। और मुझे आनंद है कि त्रिपुरा मोथा ने, सभी ट्राइबल पार्टियों ने और सभी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इसके लिए बहुत कंस्ट्रक्टिव रोल लिया है। और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की त्रिपुरा सरकार ने भी शुरू से इसके लिए प्रयास किया। विप्लव जी उपस्थित है, मानिक शाह जी यहाँ उपस्थित है। मानिक शाह जी ने भी बड़े इंटरेस्ट से बारीकियों में इसको स्टडी कर अंजाम तक पहुंचाने में बड़ी अच्छी भूमिका अदा की है। मुझे विश्वास है कि मोदी जी जो विकसित भारत का स्वप्न लेकर चले हैं, वो स्वप्न में त्रिपुरा भी अपने योगदान के लिए भी कटिबद्ध होगा और अपने हिस्से के लिए भी कटिबद्ध होगा। जब विकसित भारत बनेगा उस वक्त त्रिपुरा भी विकसित त्रिपुरा के रूप में आगे पर स्वप्नों के साथ आगे बढ़ेगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में गृह मंत्रालय ने उग्रवाद मुक्त, हिंसा मुक्त और विवाद मुक्त नॉर्थ ईस्ट की
And cutting across to some more breaking updates that we're putting out on your screens now, viewers. The Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena has approved a CBI inquiry under the Prevention of the Corruption Act against the former Delhi Minister and Aam Aadmi Party leader Satyendra Jain. And now, of course, the investigation is related to the allegations of Satyendra Jain extorting rupees 10 crores as protection money from conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar while he was incarcerated in Tihar jail. Important updates that we're putting out on your screens as far as the investigation into Satyendra Jain is also concerned. We are now also being joined by Piyush Ori on the broadcast for more details on this. Piyush, tell us more about the investigation that is being conducted as the Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena has now approved a CBI inquiry into these allegations and these allegations in fact against Satyendra Jain.
So Priyanka, what I can tell you is that among the list of several troubles which Aam Aadmi Party has found itself in, this is one more trouble now which has enveloped the Aam Aadmi Party, and this time it is Sukesh Chandrasekhar, the prominent conman who is right now lodged in Mandoli jail of Delhi, which has filed an allegation. Now, this is with reference to the complaint that he had filed to Central Bureau of Investigation and Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena, in which he had alleged that how Satyendra Jain, the former health minister, along with Delhi Chief Minister, were trying to extort money from him for several activities while he was incarcerated. Now, based on these allegations and based on the complaint which he had made formally to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi and also the CBI on 16th of January, the Lieutenant Governor has gone ahead and asked the CBI to probe the entire matter. So yes, it is now going to definitely cast more trouble for the former Health Minister Satyendra Jain, who is right now out on bail because of the health factors in which he has found himself in, and also the Delhi Chief Minister, who has been summoned several times as far as the Delhi liquor gate is concerned. With the probe now being conducted by the Central Bureau of Investigation as far as the extortion money from the conman, it is going to be important to note that what action will the central agency take against the suspects in this case. Back to the studio.
Well, all right, Piyush, thank you for joining us and sharing those crucial details on this big story we'll be tracking. We'll keep coming back to you for the moment. Thank you. And viewers, keeping you ahead on all that's happening with the second day of the visit of the Prime Minister in West Bengal, where he had also unveiled developmental projects worth more than 15,000 crore rupees. We have also seen a scathing attack that the Prime Minister had launched against Mamata Banerjee government and the TMC government machinery for covering up these allegations that had been leveled against them in Sandesh Khali. Let's take a look at this report to understand the Prime Minister's movement there in West Bengal.
साथियों, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के दृष्टिकोण से रेल पश्चिम बंगाल के गौरवशाली इतिहास का हिस्सा है, लेकिन इतिहास की जो बंगाल को हासिल थी आजादी के बाद, उसे सही आगे नहीं बढ़ाया गया। यही कारण है कि तमाम संभावनाओं के बावजूद बंगाल पीछे छूटता गया। पिछले 10 वर्षों में हमने उस खाई को पाटने के लिए यहां के रेल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर बहुत जोर दिया है। आज हमारी सरकार बंगाल के रेल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के लिए पहले के मुकाबले 2 गुने से भी ज्यादा रुपए खर्च कर रही है।
Slipping into a very short break here now, viewers, getting you updates on the other side of the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah chairing a high-level meeting on Bengaluru blast case after visiting the blast site and meeting with the injured. And Kerala Governor Arif Mohammed Khan suspends in fact the Kerala Veterinary and Animal Sciences University Vice Chancellor and appoints the PC Sasidharan in fact to take over.
Of the details that we have got regarding the list of the BJP candidates to be announced anytime now, I'm not going into individual names, but this is what I'm hearing. One, that there could be over 20 new faces in the first list itself. That's huge. Secondly, that over a dozen ministers, many of whom are presently in the Rajya Sabha or have been in the Rajya Sabha, will be asked to fight the Lok Sabha elections for the first time. And thirdly, that overall more than 40 to 50 sitting MPs will be replaced by the BJP. This means in 2024, in these Lok Sabha elections, the BJP is going in for a shuffle ahead of the elections. This is in line with the periodic shuffle that the BJP has started to do in states as well. Unlike the Congress, the BJP shuffles its decks, shuffles its candidates, and shuffles those given government and political responsibility every few years. The BJP also brings in, periodically and with great thought, people with domain experience, even if they don't have a hardcore political experience or they haven't been politicians from their 20s, and they bring them in after they've achieved in other aspects of public life, and they bring them into critical positions to strengthen the governance capacity of the government. Besides, this also ensures a great deal of freshness insofar as both the party and the government are concerned at the decision-making levels. Now, I'm asking you viewers tonight, is this not something to be appreciated? I know that there is a complete asymmetry. That despite this obvious asymmetry, despite the predominant position the BJP is in, the BJP is going into this election without assuming that it is going to roll over the opposition. That, in simple terms, is called a fighting spirit. What is a fighting spirit? In politics and in life, when you give it your all, knowing that you have a complete edge, when you give it all your all, when you enter the ring, knowing that there are no odds against you, but you still fight for every inch. That is called fighting spirit. And the BJP today has a fighting spirit where the opposition has none. When people tell you it's about organizational strength, it is about money, it's not only that. It is the
in yet another Maoist attack been reported from Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district. BJP worker Tirupati Katla was attacked and killed by unidentified Maoist. He was attacked by 4 to 5 men and was severely injured, following which he was admitted to the hospital. He lost his life during the treatment.
तिरुपति कतला जी हैं, जनपद सदस्य हैं। अभी त्वेनार में वो अपने पड़ोसी संजय घड़ी के यहाँ शादी में गए थे। इसी दौरान अज्ञात हमलावरों द्वारा हमला की गई। उनको हमला जब हुई उसके बाद में इनको जिला अस्पताल लाया गया, तो अस्पताल में इलाज के दौरान उनकी मृत्यु हो गई। इसमें हम लोग जांच कर रहे हैं, हमारी टीम एक है और सघन गश्त भी वहाँ जारी।
Report, Republic TV.
Very happy to announce that Niva Bupa Health Insurance has come on board as Republic TV's studio partner. Niva Bupa Health Insurance is the fastest growing company among health insurance players in India. It has also provided health insurance coverage to 1.1 crore people in India and settled over 15 lakh claims, processing one claim every 60 seconds. So we are delighted to be partnering with them.
आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किया है, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आसाम में पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट। सबसे पहले देश में प्रयास हुआ था 1962 में, फिर 1980 में प्रयास हुआ, 1984 में प्रयास हुआ, 2005 में प्रयास हुआ, 2007 में प्रयास हुआ, 2011 में भी ट्राई किया। जब नीयत और नीति दोनों साफ होते हैं, स्पष्ट होते हैं, तो सक्सेस मिलती है। आज प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में संभव हो पाया कि भारत की पहली कॉमर्शियल सेमीकंडक्टर फैब आज अप्रूव हुई। बहुत जल्दी इसका भूमि पूजन होगा और जैसा आपने माइक्रॉन के केस में देखा था, विद इन 90 डेज एक्चुअल कंस्ट्रक्शन आरंभ हो गया जमीन पे। वैसा ही टारगेट लेके चलेंगे, 100 दिन के अंदर अंदर इस प्लांट का कंस्ट्रक्शन आरंभ करेंगे। साथियों, जो भारत का सेमीकंडक्टर मिशन प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 2021 15 दिसंबर को कैबिनेट में अप्रूव किया था, उसके तहत एक प्लांट माइक्रॉन का ऑलरेडी कंस्ट्रक्शन में है, एक ये फैब अप्रूव हुई, साथ ही साथ 2 और बहुत महत्वपूर्ण प्रोजेक्ट्स आज अप्रूव हुए सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट के। हम सब जानते हैं नॉर्थ ईस्ट पे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो फोकस दिया अपने करीब 10 वर्ष के इस कार्यकाल में, 50 से अधिक बार नॉर्थ ईस्ट गए, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में कनेक्टिविटी की क्रांति लाए, ऑप्टिकल फाइबर हो, रेलवे हो, हाईवे हो, एयरपोर्ट्स हो, और आज प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अप्रूव किया है नॉर्थ ईस्ट में आसाम में पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट, देश का तीसरा सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट, आसाम का पहला, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का पहला सेमीकंडक्टर यूनिट। ये यूनिट साथियों
Welcome to the Republic Summit.
And my father used to say, अगर सोच बदलो तो किस्मत बदलेगी।
जहां पर भी अव्यवस्था है, अगर उसके प्रति देश के गृह मंत्री को गुस्सा नहीं आता है, तो मैं मानता हूं वो गृह मंत्री संवेदनशील नहीं है, सफल है।
मेरे देशवासी ही भव्य भारत की गारंटी है, मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं।
Nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. This is our time. This is the time for transformation.
It's 3:30 viewers, and here are the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed a crowd in West Bengal's Krishnanagar and launched a scathing attack on TMC, said TMC is synonymous with crime and corruption. A momentous day for Tripura. Historic tripartite agreement between Government of India, Government of Tripura and Tripura Mota signed, the presence of Home Minister Rameswaram.
मुख्यमंत्री श्रीमान नीतीश कुमार जी और भी सभी वरिष्ठ नेता यहां बैठे हैं। मैं सबका नाम तो स्मरण नहीं कर रहा हूं, लेकिन पुराने सभी साथियों का आज मिलन, और मैं इतनी बड़ी तादाद में आप सब अन्य महानुभाव जो यहां आए